Father Time is undefeated. I want to let y'all know that. I don't care if he got 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion. At first, I was invited to shoot around. So I got to see them shoot around, which I didn't really give a fuck to see. I just wanted to talk to the niggas. But by the way, I didn't know Tracy McGrady's a chat nigga. Tracy McGrady, I think they were broadcasting or something. Tracy McGrady sees me. He fucking starts tapping Vince Carter. It's like, yo, that's Ack. I'm like, oh shit, T-Mac. He's a chat nigga. That's my guy. We exchanged numbers. Shout out to T-Mac. So T-Mac, my guy. He wanted to actually tap in with me after the game, but I couldn't do the celebrity shit. I just had to leave. So, for y'all. So, anyway, I'm there. I'm watching. Jalen Brunson comes through. LeBron don't really come through. I was wondering where Bronny James at. I've now been told Bronny James is injured. Okay. But, not going to lie. I didn't do the courtside seats this time. I should have, because the last time I would have been sitting right next to LeBron, because I was sitting right next to the visitors bench. Anyway, I was in the suite this time, but I ain't gonna lie, man. LeBron James, I don't know if it's some fake hair he got. It's the first time I've ever seen LeBron in person. Man, you could see that patch from a mile away, bro. Nigga, I was probably about 10,000 feet in the sky, bro. I seen that patch. LeBron James need to hang that up. Overall, I think I looked at the score of the game. The Knicks did win. I don't know. I don't really have too much opinion about it. Does LeBron look washed? I don't think so. I was really happy to see him. And as much as, some people might think I don't like him because I've said certain stuff, I was really impressed, and I was rooting for him. And I was rooting for him not necessarily because, he's my favorite player. Not that I dislike him either. Actually, he's one of my favorite players. But I was rooting for him because, and one in the chat, if this is you, it is to the point that I can't remember basketball without LeBron James. Yes, Kobe is great, but Kobe's era kind of intermingled with LeBron. But LeBron James, I believe, when did LeBron get drafted? Was it 2004 or something? 2003? This is 20 plus years. And what I've grown to appreciate, and I hope you guys appreciate eventually with me, is that when someone has been a part of your life, whether you're the person, because I know there's a couple people, they live to hate on LeBron, but he's giving you something to talk about for 20 years. There's got to be some appreciation there. So I'm watching the game. I don't really, the Knicks they're not my team. Even though, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with the players, because the players, they were showing me some love. So, Anobi, you're my guy. I like you. Josh Hart too, and Jordan Clarkson. But I don't really got a stake in the teams. But I found myself every time I'm watching a game, respectfully, I was just like, bro, just give the ball to LeBron. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this loser shoot. I just wanted to see LeBron because it's the first time I'm seeing him in person. And, no matter if you want to say he's washed or whatever, you want to talk shit about him, this is the guy that's been the subject of conversation for 20 years. And I just wanted to see him play. And that's really kind of why I went today. So, he played a decent game. But I'm telling you, I didn't realize how much he's been a part of even the basketball conversation. Well, not basketball conversation, but my experience even with basketball for the last 20 years, because he's been the guy. I didn't even care about if his team won. I was just just give LeBron I felt like that with Kobe during his last year. So Kobe during his last year, I was just like, bro, the Lakers suck. Just give Kobe the ball to shoot. Who cares? We just want to see Kobe take every shot. I don't know if y'all felt like that, but I felt like that, in Kobe's last year. And I felt like that tonight with LeBron. Now, they're saying it might be LeBron's last game at MSG. Apparently, the tickets was going for some crazy price. The courtside seat that I sat last time is a $50,000 seat tonight. $50,000. Nevertheless, I was happy to see LeBron. Okay, anyway. I missed the Grammys. I kind of predicted what the Grammys was going to be. I tweeted out one of these little prediction markets, and I told you who was going to win. I actually thought they were going to, because the Grammys is a really woke organization, right? They usually try to give awards to these songs that have a message, that stands for some social purity, that is like morals over sales, right? Like, this is for a good cause. This is talking about the LGBTQ community, right? And I thought they were going to give it to, the person who checked all the boxes, the industry plan. And when I say industry plan, I'm kind of being a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but come on now, guys. Deutsche, right? Deutsche is like the modern-day representative of what the Grammys would like. A woman who claims she hates men. Like, I want to keep in mind, anytime we mention Deutsche, I'm going to always play you this clip. Her biggest red flag in life is a straight black man. Oh, no, she didn't say black. Just a straight man, period.
Okay. What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Now,
is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
but that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I put.
You don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right.
her red flag is a straight man. And a lot of super progressive, pandering, feminists, they just hate men, period. Like, it's just like, for them, they're like, men have no use in society. Like, let's get rid of these guys. And, lost are the days where I think, we had some codependency where men knew they needed women and women clearly knew they needed men. These days, and it's a byproduct of a little bit of feminism where it's like, okay, cool, we love for you guys to have your rights and respect, but now it's turned to, okay, let's get rid of these motherfuckers, okay? Now that we got all our rights, let's get rid of the dudes, okay? And Deutsche represents that, and usually the industry celebrates and heralds people like that. So I actually thought that, that anxiety, I thought she was going to actually win an award for that. She didn't win. The Grammys proved once again, and this was a really disappointing Grammys for me. And I'm not going to make this political here, right? But I do want to say this. To save you the, suspense, Kendrick swept again. He swept all the rap categories. And at this point, we do have to say, first of all, the reason why I didn't stream it live, I don't really care that much about the Grammys, but I do know it's going to be a topic of conversation. I got to cover the culture. But here's what I say. If the Grammys at this point, they're comfortable with rappers and artists like Drake and The Weeknd, and it's not about just them, they're ostracized from the Grammys. They have said, we're not submitting our music anymore because you guys are not a true representative of the culture. Let me tell you this. And I know I'm a little scatterbrained sometimes, but just let me get through this. Back in 2017, and I'm probably going to mix up who actually solicited my advice. It was either the camp of Lil Uzi Vert or it was Yachty himself. It might have been Yachty himself. No, I think it was the camp of Lil Uzi Vert. Anyway, let me make the story succinct. So in 2016, 2017, I got solicited for some advice, okay? And it was just like, hey, listen, the XXL freshman cover, they've reached out. They want to include us on this list. Was it 20? Okay, let me just continue the story. They were, and again, I don't know which one, but it's irrelevant. Let's just think about the main thing I'm saying. The camp that solicited my advice, they were in a, pickle, so to speak. They were saying, should we do the XXL cover, the freshman cover, or should we not? And at that time, people were trying to figure out, is this the new cool thing to do or to continue to do? Because they've been doing it. And my advice to them, because at that time, you know, based on the information that were given me, some artists were choosing not to do it. And I said to them, I said, you should only do the freshman cover because it's not a individual thing. It's about a class, and it's also about recognition among your peers. My advice to, and again, I can't remember which one it was. It was Uzi or Yachty. It wasn't. I never talked to Uzi personally then, so it was either Generation Now, which is a label, or it was Yachty. I was talking to Yachty directly at the time. My advice was, I think you should not do the cover if you're not there with your peers, because it doesn't matter. Who cares if you're getting rewarded and you're getting these accolades, but you're not competing against your peers? We know who the peers are. And that was my advice to them 10 years ago. Who cares if you're on the cover if you're not with the guys who's on your caliber, who you're really competing with in that era? And this is where I get to my Grammy gripe. The Grammys to me is devalued. I just don't see, it's the Kendrick Lamar award show now. It's the Kendrick Lamar award show. Just give him every award. And it's not about him winning. It's that we're not seeing not only peers, but seeing the people that we believe are competitors. So essentially, it's this woke award show that's just meant to reward and keep patting Kung Fu Kenny on the back. These are empty awards, chat. Now, granted, it has a long storied history. People are not going to diminish it. They're going to say, well, hey, listen, Jay-Z has all the Grammys and Kendrick just passed him. So we got to give credit where it's due. But things do become antiquated at a certain point. Award shows died. If there is no more MTV Awards, there is no more Source Awards, there's no more VH1 Awards. These things have gone away. And if it wasn't for the lack of the ratings that they didn't pull, because over time people got disinterested and also the artists stopped showing up, it became for the politics they played, the favoritism they showed, and the fact that at a certain point they stopped representing the actual conversation being had. What am I trying to say, chat? I'm not upset at Kendrick Lamar winning, and I want no one to take that as the thing. I'm saying that I'm looking in these categories and he's not competing with the people that we would think is his peers. And that's the problem. And even if we don't think is his peers, when we look at any cultural outlet from last year, in that period that they call the Grammy, all right, let's think about this, right? So Grammy Rap Album of the Year. Let's look at the nominees. This is the nominees right here, chat. This is the nominees, right? And we're going to get to Bad Bunny in a bit. But everybody, lock in. Thank you guys for joining us, everybody. Oh, we didn't launch on King Academics yet? Hold on, give me 1 second. Apologies. Oh, we did. Just a slow launch, but we're there now. Let me just make sure. As per usual, guys, lock in. Roll up a blunt. Get some liquor. Whatever you got to do to enjoy like a good couple hours of streaming with me. If your girl asking for some dick, just tell her chill out. Pop a honey pack. You'll be good. After the stream, you'll be able to give her that rock solid. Don't you worry. But right now, we got business to attend to. Okay. We're live pretty much on all our platforms. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So, I just want to show this, right? And when it came to, I want to look at the rap categories. And I want to be very clear with my gripe, because people are going to take this based on what they think my biases are. And they're going to say, well, academics, you're just mad at Kendrick Lamar. That's not what I'm mad at. I actually don't really have that much of a problem with Kendrick winning. But I don't think Kendrick is competing with the people that should be competing with. Respectfully. Okay? It's a lot of woke songs on here, but I want to even point this out. And I'm not going to personalize this and you know, call out any rapper, because everybody deserves whatever they're awarded. And I know these guys put in a lot of work, and we live in an industry, it's really tough. But I do want to point this out. If you go to any rap outlet, and we're talking about culture rap outlet, we're not talking about like Anthony Bichtano, who this guy's like a cuck, right? Like, this guy's like a cuck. Like, he's really not in the culture. He's like this guy, he really likes rock and roll. He's just like this reviewer who, like, you know, for whatever, he's like Pitchfork in reality, right? We're talking about cultural outlets, and even the ones that are fringe, Complex, Hype Beat. Well, they don't do this type of stuff anymore. I think everybody has a really good consensus of what 2025 was. If I asked you what was the dominating albums, topics, artists 2025, how could we have this discussion? Keep in mind, I believe GNX dropped in 2024, late, right? GNX release date. It was, yes, late 2024. However, it's in the eligibility period. By the way, I have no problem with it being nominated, and also I have no problem with it winning. But I'm talking about the competitors. And this is why I think the Grammys or the Scammies, whatever you want to call it, is devalued. Because winning an award when you're not competing versus the people you should compete with, it's like Usain Bolt racing a toddler that don't even walk. He's crawling. Is he the fastest man in the world? We don't know. We don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. The field of nominees has to be strong. If we talked about 2025, we're having an objective conversation here. And I know some of y'all might be like, I know what you're about to say. You're rocking the shirt. NBA YoungBoy is listed as MVP of the year. He's not listed in any type of awards. There's no award for that. There's no Grammy award that would signify his contribution in 2025. How is that so? Playboi Carti has the biggest album. The biggest moment in 2025 in terms of a rapper releasing an album is Playboi Carti dropping music. No nominations. Not even a win. Not even. He doesn't even get acknowledged. I spoke to Carti about this when I was backstage at the show when he was styling me. I don't want to speak for someone else, but I'll tell you, he was a little bit, and I'm being nice, he was a little bit disappointed. Carti felt he played the game. He said to me directly, he said, I could have just made an album just for my fans, but they told me, you needed to make songs that were global. Songs were like this. You need to do this. You need to have collabs. He told me, he said, I went for the guys who get nominated. I brought them in. He drops his album. Playboi Carti doesn't fit the bill. Maybe it's his personality or lack thereof, or maybe it's because he's not an outgoing person. Whatever it might be, maybe it's his sound, maybe it's his look. Who cares? No nominations. I'm not doing this rant to only stick up for Playboi Carti. What I'm trying to say is, with all due respect to everybody who's on this list, you're telling me we could have a serious conversation about best rap album, and the two artists that dominated the conversation for the majority of the year, Playboi Carti and NBA YoungBoy, they're nowhere to be found. It's like they don't even do rap. It's like they do something else. But Kendrick, who does do rap, well, and obviously, I'm saying all three of these guys do rap, he gets the win. And I'm not here shitting on Tyler, the Creator. Shout out to JID and shout out to Glorilla. You know, I've kind of turned to a Glorilla fan. And, you know, obviously the Clips, they came back around with a comeback album. Rock Nation style, right? But the problem here is there's an asterisk next to these wins. Let's get serious. We got to get serious at some point. It's an asterisk next to these wins. These awards don't match the conversation. The nominees don't match the conversation. The artists that we're saying are dominating are not even recognized. That's the problem. It's not about if Drake was there. It's not about one artist. It's that the Grammys have now turned into, if Kendrick opens his mouth, just hand him the Grammy right now. That's the problem. And I know when Drake said it, he was hyperbolic about it. But this time, just kind of watching this shit, I'm like, you remember when Nicki Minaj kept winning Best Female Rapper every year? With all due respect, Nicki is the greatest female rapper of all time. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, chat. Let's go to a random year, right? We're going to go to MTV Awards. MTV Awards, let's go to 2012 Best Female Rapper. We could go to 2013, actually. Yeah, that's before the new female renaissance. Let's go look at Best Female Rapper. Okay, so there wasn't one there. Was there one at the VMAs? No, it was the VMAs. BET Awards. Oh, I hate using BET Awards because that's like the ghetto awards, but whatever. BET Awards. Best Female Rapper. Nicki Minaj defeated Azalea Banks, Eve, Rashida, and Rai Rai. Come on now. That's like them saying, I'm a valedictorian in a class filled with Lil Baby and Meek Mill. Oh, I'm really smart. I'm really a genius. Yo, Ak is really a smart guy because he beat these guys out in an intellectual competition. Come on, man. Who's Rai Rai? I don't even know who that is. My point is not a Kendrick point. My point is about award shows and at some point them getting to the complacency place where they stop actually trying to have awards and categories that have competition to let's just make some shit up to keep giving the same motherfucker the same award. Now, I want to show y'all this is not a Kendrick point solely. I think they should have just gave Nicki Best Female Rapper ever, like a 10-year award, and just stop doing this shit every year. Who are these motherfuckers? Again, Azalea, I do know you. Eve, you know, you're a legend. Rashida, I think I know her from Love and Hip Hop. And Rai Rai, I don't know what this is. Respectfully. Do y'all understand my fucking point? We've gotten there. I know some of y'all gonna be like, nah, Ak, this is very different. Everybody love them some Tyler. Okay, I get it. Jid, he's a lyricist. He's Dreamville. Got you. The Clips, they're rapping about that sweet, pure white cocaina. Got you. But motherfucker, like, only the fucking 40-year-old pasty Twitter nerds, okay, are talking about these things because culturally, the niggas we were talking about, one that I'm wearing a shirt with a motherfucker's face, they dominated the conversation, and they're not even mentioned. The equivalent what the Grammys is turning into is like me gathering 5 bums from my local YMCA, bringing them to my backyard. I knock out all 5 of them, and I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. Of course. This is who you're competing with, 5 bums. And again, I want to be very clear. I'm not calling these other people bums. But I want to say, if the Grammys aren't evaluating the field to get you know how it works in the Olympics? This is why they do heats. You don't just, Sha'Carri Richardson don't just like show up to fucking the Olympics and says, whoever y'all line up with me, when I beat them, give me the gold medal. No, this is the first heat. This is the second heat. We got the third heat. Okay, all right, cool. Now you go to this game. You gotta it's the best survival of the fittest. When you get to that Olympic race for the gold medal, the theory based on all of the things and the steps and hurdles they put you through is that the best is competing with the best. I'm here to tell you it doesn't feel that way anymore. You know how in the NFL, they'd be like, this is the Naismith Award, or this is the Jerry West Award. If it's, I don't know if they have one, but this is the Vince Lombardi Trophy. They should call the rap category, this is the Duckworth Award. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm disappointed. And I was actually even hoping Deutsche won. So I'm like, all right, they're trying to switch it up a little bit. But ever since they snubbed Kendrick when they gave it to Macklemore, which Macklemore did the most, hey, I don't deserve it. Give it to, Grammys, could I just give it to Kendrick? And by the way, Kendrick did deserve it that time. I'm not going to lie to you. Remember when Macklemore won? Macklemore wins Grammys over Kendrick. The boy wrote like a fucking essay. It was Best New Artist. By the way, this was the first nigga to apologize to Kendrick. I know J. Cole said, yeah, point him out. Point him out. I wasn't the first. I was like the last. Okay, Cole, I got you. We're going to break down your lyrics in a minute. He penned a fucking apology. Disgusting. I hope it's not still up there on his Instagram. I hope not. It's still up there. Oh, my God. The nigga texted Kendrick, you got robbed. I wanted you to win. What type of beta male fuckery is this? You got robbed. I wanted you to win. Ever since then, in 2014, the Grammys haven't been up for air. They've been sucking Kendrick's dick. I don't even know if he got semen left in his body the way this Grammy's been sucking dick. It's weird and it sucks. I robbed you. What the fuck? I was going to say that during the speech. Then the music started playing during the speech and I froze. Anyway, what's your address? I'll just send the award over there. You're the best. I'm the worst. What the hell? What type of bitch made shit is this? Congrats on your music this year. Appreciate it. This is a J. Cole message. I had to go refresh the page. Did it say Macklemore or J. Cole? My text to Kendrick after the show. Why everybody keep apologizing to Kendrick? He deserved it. What? I'm honored and completely blown away to win. But in that category, he should have won. Ain't taking nothing away from... Oh, my God. I hope my point is made. And some people who are disingenuous, because I have a lot of people... You know why I'm good at my job? I really think I'm the most logical nigga in the whole game, honestly. Like, I'm doing it with logic. These motherfuckers, they're dick riding. You seen all the YouTubers who were, like, popping when, like, there was a couple, like, YouTubers super hating on me because they were on, like, the Kendrick dick riding bandwagon. That was their only skill. Like, you know what I mean? It was, like, an up and down thing, just riding Kendrick's dick. They're all, like, irrelevant again. The only way you break through, you gotta actually have something that you could build on. Anyway, I digress. And so I'm saying there's some bad actors that are going to say, yo, academics flipped out that Kendrick won. They're going to cut it here. So they're not going to hear this part because they're disingenuous. Kendrick may have still won even if he did compete versus Cardi and Cardi, Youngboy. Not saying Youngboy should have got Album of the Year nomination, but I'm not saying Kendrick doesn't still win. But I'm kind of like, it's kind of a little bit, I don't like that they're not representing the field anymore. This is not the field. It's the woke award show, and Kendrick is the one who qualifies because he's like the woke leader. So everybody else that culturally we talk about kind of like act like, the Grammys act like they don't do music. But at least act like you're going to put the competition up there. That's my thing. Again, one last thing, the too long to read edition. It's not about Kendrick winning, but his win means more if the people he allegedly beat are the people that we think should have been in the race with him. Just remember that. Okay. Let's keep it going, people. Let's keep it going. All right. Couple moments that's popping out from that award show. Apparently Trevor Noah hosted it, and Kendrick was in attendance. Kendrick was in attendance, and apparently he had a couple jokes. So let's see if we can watch a little bit of it. I don't think they'll copyright me. But this is Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. He's right here. Isn't this the guy from TDE? Like the son? Like the TDE guy's son? Anyway, let's see if we could play it. I think there's a 1-minute version. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, maybe there's not. Maybe there's not. I saw like a 2-minute version. Okay, here we go. Ready?
I actually thought about writing a few jokes, roasting you, but then I remembered what you can do to light-skinned dudes from other countries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, me and my delegation are still recovering from the pain, so I'm just saying congratulations. And can I just say, yo, hip-hop beef has gone to a new level. Like, rappers are doing full-on detective work on your life. You know, you beef with Kendrick, he's investigating you, your crew. You beef with 50 Cent, he'll make a 4-part documentary exposing what a violent creep you've been your whole life. Things have changed. It was so much simpler when all you had to worry about was being shot. But now they also hurt your feelings. I actually thought of...
Interesting. Yeah, you know, I thought that was a funny attempt. He basically was saying, you know, Kendrick and 50, they're kind of like, you know, two-headed monster. 50 will create a documentary. Kendrick will, you know, will just give a whole narrative about you, and it is what it is. That was like a interesting moment. Did Kendrick do a speech? I think his awards that he won weren't on screen. Or they apparently only did 9 awards. So what they do is they do like a separate ceremony where they kind of like they announce the awards, but it's not televised. And the reason why they have gone to only 9 awards is that essentially these award shows is all about advertisements. And as you know, the Grammys used to be a thing where it was like an 8-9 hour thing. And I think now like they realize it doesn't do as well. So they're trying to just highlight the most important parts that's star-studded, and this is why, like, you know, they're trying to cut out some of the fat that they think people might not tune into, right? They did have Bad Bunny in the building. I'm not sure if Taylor Swift was there, but they had Kendrick Lamar. The Weeknd wasn't there, and Drake wasn't there because they've sworn off the Grammys. They have vowed to never submit, even though at times things might be submitted on their behalf. I believe that because Drake did a joint album with Party Next Door's label, which is Sony, may have submitted that album. I'm not sure if it got nominated at all, though. Okay. Any other interesting moments? Matter of fact, we do have the winners list here, so let's see if we could go down that. I see some people still donating, talking about I should talk about Trump, right? We can. Or not Trump, the Epstein files. By the way, also I've seen some people thought I was picking and choosing because I focused on the rap or the rappers that was mentioned in the Epstein files, and they were like, "Yo, why did you talk about Trump? We could talk about Trump too." Like we're not really like we're not. Listen, I'm not them other guys when it comes to like protecting Jay-Z. Like I rock with Trump, but like if there's some shit we could read it, you know. We'll get to that conversation when it comes to Jay though. Let's see. Did any? Oh, yeah. Okay. Somebody Who Loves Me did get nominated. It didn't win. It actually lost for Best Melodic Rap Performance. Somebody Who Loves Me lost to Kendrick. And here, let me see. By the way, I have no problem with Luther winning. I've never heard this song right here. I got to be honest. Minaj, I've never heard of it. Like, this is why sometimes I'm like, do I cover rap? Because I never heard this shit. Y'all heard this shit right here? And with all due respect, like, you know, the Wholeheartedly song, whatever. Yeah, I feel like there's other candidates that could have made it, but I want to be hating. All right. Okay. So there was one nominee for Drake and Party, but, you know, submitted by Party's label, didn't make it. Who cares? All right. Any moments that we should look at? Could y'all spam? You want me to talk about Elon? We can talk about Elon. you guys can spam or like send a donation or whatever you can. If there's an interesting moment that I missed, remember I was at the game, so I didn't watch every single thing, and I usually don't watch award shows like on a sit down and watch it anymore. I don't do that anymore, you know. So I usually catch clips. So if there's a clip that's going around pertaining to the Grammys before we get off of the Grammys, I want you guys to tell me that I could at least highlight it. Okay. We are going to get to Bad Bunny in a second. Anything else? Somebody says, host your own hip-hop awards show. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've actually always talked about that. Me and the other media companies, independent media companies that are successful. Here's the thing, though. And by the way, shout out to Jason Lee. I know he did an award show, not necessarily a music award show, but he did an award show. The problem here is that rappers are dick riders, and really musicians, period, right? They look at the prestige of the Grammy, even if the Grammy don't really match what the culture is saying, and they'll show up to that. You think if, let's take me out of the equation. You think if there's an independent YouTuber that's really popular, or I don't know, let's say it's a streamer, and let's say they're super pro Kendrick Lamar, but they wanted to host an award show on rap. You think Kendrick will show up to that? Kendrick look like a nigga that won't even show up to his own kid's birthday party. Like, come on, we don't know. Like, Kendrick he's not showing up to that, bro. Right? Like, you're only going to see Kendrick at the Met Gala, Super Bowl, and you're going to see him at the Grammys. That's it. He's not, and maybe like the TDE thing, but that's like probably like through them twisting his arm. You're not going to see him nowhere else. Think about how many media niggas was dick riding him. Not one interview. Not a shout out. Not a cameo. Nothing. So again, that's the problem with an independent person trying to do something that is, more accurate. These guys ain't going to support you. Right? And I'm not only saying Kendrick. None of these guys are going to support you. You think J. Cole's going to come out or whatever force he's in? Fuck no. I got to give credit to Cardi B, though, because when Jason Lee held his award show, Cardi B did show up and, use her star power to give that award show some light. But otherwise, you think these guys only follow the clout. They follow the clout. It's the same reason why these guys, I always say when people start beefing with me, they don't really got a problem with me. Is that they're saying usually I don't cover them enough. Like, if I was like super in their corner, they would never have a problem with me. But here's the thing. These guys rather beef with me than say, fuck academics. I'm never going to acknowledge him. I'm going to go build this other blogger that loves me. They won't do it. They follow the clout. So that's why I think that's tough to do. Okay. Please just tell me the moments that, tell me any moments that if you guys did watch or you see it on Twitter, that's interesting. We'll kind of like, address it. I do want to get to this Bad Bunny situation. I think it's very important to talk about that as well. Somebody says, you the voice, though. The labels are paying you. Chat, listen, y'all know I don't know how to do nothing. I've been told y'all. I have a platform, right? My Instagram or whatever it is. If I post somebody's music, it might be paid. I don't give two fucks. My voice you can't buy my voice, right? Like, you know what I mean? I have a platform which if labels want to basically buy advertisement for their new song, sure. So if that's what you're going to, and by the way, I think that was something that was, maybe I didn't also spell it out. Like the Lil Baby thing was never, I told you I extort these labels straight up. They all claim they need me for promotion of their records. That's what they claim, right? And I'm glad that they claim that because they do need me. You're right. It's only one big act. So, all right, cool. And by the way, I told you, no jumper like post, this is a new song that came out from, that shit's probably paid. Bro, I'm just not going to hide it. Like, I just don't give two fucks. So, yes, I told you exactly what happened. Lil Baby's manager or his boss begged me for a favor to not go in on him. I said, all right, cool. I fuck with you. And after me and him got cool, his label, because remember I told you me and Meek was beefing and his label authorized the budget to pay for promo on my page? And I was just like, this is the greatest beef. I love when I'm beefing with a nigga and his label still paying me for him. I'm like, are we fake beefing? Because I'm like, how are you beefing with me and paying me? Like, who pays their ops? I love it. So anyway, I think Lil Baby's like, labels now are smart to be like, Lil Baby doesn't like act, so we can't fucking, you gotta imagine. I'm telling you the truth. Lil Baby probably spent like $1 million in promo. I thought, low key, I should have got like at least 100,000. I should have. Like, nigga, I'm act. What the fuck? So I was really on the smaller side of the scale. Like, we got cool or not cool. Like, he was doing the backdoor shit. Like, yeah, act, you know what I mean? Yeah, twin. So I'm like, whatever. So now it opens up his label to do business with my media company. All right, bet. They do a $30,000 spend. That's what it is. But every label does a spend. They want to promote their albums or promote whatever the fuck they got going on. That's not buying me. You get what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like, it's like y'all want me to hide this shit. This is the thing about y'all. Y'all watch me and know I'm going to show you what's behind the veil thing, and then y'all get mad when I tell y'all certain shit behind the veil. Come on, man. So that's what happened. You know what I mean? Once they kind of got the green light that they thought that, Ack and Baby's in a good place, they're like, all right, when we're here with our promotion budget, let's allocate this to Ack. You feel me? Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, if y'all say that I'm bought and paid for, if I never said nothing about this, when Baby's about to promote his next fucking trash project, I would have probably just said, I need 75,000 just to even roll out, because nigga, I'm in everybody's rollout. I don't know if y'all know this. And for the YouTubers who are mad about that, nigga, eat a dick. Like, they don't need you. Like, you get your relevance up. They don't need me. I'm sorry. I hear these YouTubers, they be mad. They be like, oh my, I'm sorry they don't need you. They don't need me. So, yeah, we do business. That business has nothing to do with what I say on stream. Nothing. It's literally, get people aware that they're going to drop a song. It's not about your opinion. It is what it is. It's like a billboard. Who gives a damn? I'm just not here to lie about it, man. But anyway, cool. Let me. Okay. Somebody says Ty Lil update with the. By the way, the girl who reached out to me, or the girl who Ty Lil had his little snafu with, reached out to me and provided me with some more information and said, and I'm going to still stay out of it. Ty Lil, you're a backdoor ass nigga. I want to put this out there. Ty Lil, your backdoor is going to catch up to you. You're a very scummy individual, very low character. And usually that doesn't end well. It's very sad that you're in a position of power and a position where you could now feed your family, but your character is so low. You're still down to do the very slimy things. And oftentimes, C-Prop Joe in The Wire, it never ends well. Okay? Because there's going to be a time that you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Right? I don't need to be friends with you, and you definitely don't need to be friends with me. Right? But the low character that you have, and the reason why I even brought this to light is I think you're fake. You're hiding behind this AMP Golden Boy thing, where Kai Cenat, we all know Kai Cenat, he's a pure soul. You know what I mean? At least from what I know. And you have been manipulating people that in every situation, which is multiple of them, that it comes up, you're acting like you're innocent. Oh my God, everybody's just on me. Brother, after a while, when the smoke is fire. One thing niggas know about me, you can say anything about me. Academics ain't coming on this bitch a lot. So maybe I'm the one to break this facade that everybody's just picking on you. And I think it's now gotten people to the point they're now revisiting things that they just blanketly believed you because they were thinking that you're just an amazing person. While there's 50 stories about you doing scummy shit. Now, I don't want to get into the nuance or whatever because I'm a man. And I do understand when you're a man and you have dealt with women, you never know how things go. And if I wasn't in that bedroom, I don't want to make definitive statements. But I will say that that young woman reached out to me and she said, listen, they love this motherfucker so much and he's so manipulative. They're unwilling to believe that he's down to do some of the stuff. Now, granted, I cover that thing too. I think she was on some bullshit too, and maybe it was whatever. But I don't want to get into the nuance of that. But I do want to put that out there And I don't really have to give a warning to Tyler when it comes to shit like that, but he's a grown man. If he could backdoor a nigga, he could get his own back, right? The point is this. That young woman feels that she was not afforded even an opportunity to fully explain or for people to understand how she felt and what she was accusing him of, because he was a media darling. He's an AMP. AMP, they're angels. They wouldn't break a traffic rule. They wouldn't do anything heinous. Everybody else is a cloud chaser. And she, and again, I'm staying out of whatever she's saying. She kind of reached out to me to thank me because she said, academics, maybe you have the cachet. Not maybe. She said you do have the cachet where you could say it about Ty Lil and ain't nobody gonna say you cloud chasing. Because what the fuck would I need a cloud chase of Ty Lil for? I'm not trying to do juicy, fruity dances. I'm not trying to do that. So at the end of the day, I didn't really say what I had to say to try to break his image of he's the most trustworthy nigga. But if I got to be the person to say it, hey, Tyler's the type of nigga that will steal from you and help you look for it. All right? Don't trust the nigga. That's it. That's all. And, I don't want to, I'm not tag teaming with no one. I'm not going to co-sign Shorty's story. But I think she feels that maybe she could have, her redemption. And I don't know if there's redemption to be had. I don't care. I don't want to get into that much. Again, because I am a man and I know how those accusations could be powerful, which, that's kind of also backdooring is a crazy accusation too. I just don't want to get down, not because I felt this individual wronged me. I'm going to jump and tag team with everybody who was accusing him of some shit, right? And for the people who wonder why I haven't named the other 5 niggas who claim he backdoored them, one's an NFL player, one's two's a rapper, or musicians. If they don't want to come speak about it publicly, it's not for me to put out, right? Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. All right. Okay. Y'all know the vibe says, if baby said, yeah, I backdoored you, what'd you doing then? Act. Same thing I'm doing now. What do you think I'm going to do? Go put $1 million on his head to kill him? No. I don't want to be in jail. So I'm going to fight with the best weapons I got. I'm going to fight with the best weapons I have. I'll treat him as an enemy. I'll make sure that I'm protected at all costs. But I'm not no person who will walk myself in a jail cell because I have money and resources out of me being emotional. That's what gangster rappers do with low IQ. So I'll let them do it while I'll strategically, I've always said I think some of my greatest wins is that I could proudly say I've strategically taken millions of dollars from these niggas when they've ever played around me. And I actually hang my hat on that. I like that. Shit. You might rob somebody with the gun. I'll do it another way. Let's stop talking about this baby stuff. Like, we got more topics. Okay, let me get to, all right, since y'all just asking my old shit. I'm going to get to this Bad Bunny stuff because I want to address that. Princess DI1, thank you for the 5. She says, everybody seems sick of Kendrick. Kendrick even seems sick of winning. I don't think Kendrick's sick of winning. I think the way how Kendrick used to pop shit is different when he realizes that his field of competition or the arena that he's competing with, there is no more rival. And that's going to be a new Kendrick. I want to see how Kendrick deals with, okay, sure, let's go with the narrative that you supposedly won this battle. You've now also separated everybody and watch the party die. You're talking to super cultural shit. You now have no competitors. Who's your competitor? JID? Really? It's your cousin Baby Keem? I think Kendrick has isolated himself in a particular part of music where there is no more competition. I'm not going to listen to no J. Cole album and compare it with Kendrick. J. Cole's vegan. So I want to see how he deals with that. But again, this is also not a Kendrick hate thing. I do think he just had an interesting part of his career. By the way, I do predict that Kendrick is going to drop an album this year, though. I think shortly after Drake's album drops, I think he's going to drop an album. Okay, let me switch to the Academy real quick, read that, and if you guys don't have another moment, I'm going to the Bad Bunny moment. Salute to Bad Bunny. And then I have a side topic, and then we're going to get to Nicki Minaj. Okay, so let's go. So here we go. So opening the live stream. By the way, one of you guys sent me a really nasty DM. I told you I read all my requests, and they were like, "Ack, you don't read donations, like this. You read chat more than donations." So now I'm reading donations. Snack, thank you for the 5. It says, "Ack, you're my guy. I'm trying to be a greatest mogul ever, but where do I start?" Okay, he says, "I'm trying, media man. I did a whole project on you. What do you mean you're trying to be a mogul? You're trying to be a music mogul? You're trying to be a media mogul?" It's very interesting. Chat, let me ask you a question. I'm not a fan of courses. I'm not a fan of courses. I got to be honest. I'm not a fan of courses. But I have gotten people who wanted consultation where they're like, "Hey, Ack, bro, we watched the stream, not for you getting drunk and cussing people out or roasting people. Yeah, that's great too. But we love when you give game. We've utilized your game to fucking strategically make moves and steps to get in the industry. If we could pick your brain on that, we'll fucking do it. That's what we want to do." And I'm like, that's cool, but like, if I got 15,000 people in here, they don't want to watch that shit. They're like, "Bro, like, can't you do something privately?" I don't know. You guys could tell me. Is that a thing? You guys let me know. But some people have suggested that I do a industry, like almost an industry navigation course that could either help people who are on the path, and maybe I do it because I thought about it. It could help the rapper who's trying to get to the point of being signed or being a viable independent artist. It could help the person who wants to be an artist manager. It could help somebody who's a prospective label owner, and it could help somebody who's a prospective media person. So, maybe, but, I think about my time, and I feel like I do a lot of other things. So we'll figure it out. Okay. Whispering in the wind. Whispering in the wind. He says, "Ack, you got to do it yourself." Okay, we kind of answered that already. He said, "You got to do the Hood Grammys." Toon Jr. says, "Melodic is not rap." Melodic is rap. Right? Like, these are antiquated, categories. What rap isn't melodic these days? What rap isn't melodic? Obviously, it's a rhetorical question because some is, but like the majority of rap, the Jumbotron shit popping is melodic rap to me. NBA Youngboy shot calling is melodic rap to me. When I think about rap that's not melodic, I'm thinking about, I kick down the door, I pull out the Glock. Like, I just feel like it's just like rap without like a melody, right? Anyway, Scotty Pimpin, thank you for the 5. It says, "Ack, the Grammys was full of mad Epstein Island folks and woke people, man." Mike Hawkesmo, thank you for the 14 Canadian. I like you, brother. Pause. So, "Ack, Youngboy was talked about more for his tour than his album." Well, you're okay. His tour was a moment. I'm not saying to nominate him for a tour, but the music did make impact. Now, did the tour help it? Yes. Clips album outsold Massa. You see, and I don't want to shit on the Clips here, but we all acknowledge that the Clips, Rock Nation has a new finesse, and I don't want to like blow the lid off of it right now, but come on, we all know what happened, right? So Clips album outsold it and wiped it out in quality. I wasn't saying that Massa should be on there. I was really campaigning for music. Music should be on there. Music is the biggest moment album-wise in 2025. How is it not there? It's like averaging 40 points in the NBA and you don't even get on the ballot for MVP. It's like, huh? It says you want an artist award for being lit as opposed to making good music. Not necessarily. No, that's not what I said, sir. KP Blast, thing with 5 says, I've noticed something. Anything that sits well with a 40 plus age group is what usually wins. I agree. And I'll go into that a little bit. Chat, what, and maybe this is, I don't know why I'm thinking off the fly here. Maybe I really got to do this thing where I'm, kind of like a course to get more people into this game. I remember when, I'm doing the side quests or like, side conversation shit again. But I remember when they were trying to get rid of me and they said, Ak is the cancer to hip hop. And I remember my infamous response then and still now is that if you think me not being in the position I'm in will restore hip hop, you haven't picked your head up out the sand. I told it to Joe Budden too recently when he called me on his pod. There's 100,000 more me's. They might not do it as good as me but there is a new wave. Think about it. In media right now, and we're talking about the upper echelon of media. Bruv, I'm in my mid-30s. How am I still the youngest nigga? I can't be the youngest nigga in media for the last 10 years. There needs to be new blood. There needs to be the new guy that I'm looking at to say, oh shit, yo, good looks to put me on Netspend. Oh, this is that new Netspend shit. That shit going crazy, twin. Like, look, don't talk like little baby, but like break that down in a way that we could now help build that. That's what needs to happen. The thing with these older media personalities, they were always employees. So you think about the niggas that were at Hot 97, they're not incentivized to bring in new blood. Why? Their job, like, it's job security. You bring in a new guy, he's gonna take your job. The thing about independent media now, I don't care who comes in the fucking game. Act is act, right? If anything, I need more people to come in the game to make the game bigger. I'm always gonna have my market share. So I do think that needs to happen. And why do I say that? So when you said the 40 plus group, so there's Grammy, like, put it like this. So technically, and I looked at the rules, technically, as of, I believe like 3 or 4 years ago, I'm serious. Technically, and I'm not even sure, I got to go over the rules again. Academics could register to be a voting person for the Grammy committee. But the majority of other people can't. And I forgot why. I think you got to have like some like journalist shit. You got to have like, so it's weird. But basically their criteria only favors people who are 40 plus who's been in the industry for dumb long. So are you ever going to get new artists recognized when they're only going to give voting powers to niggas who are 50? So it's 50-year-olds voting forever. They're not changing the rules to say, hey, these are the new wave of media members, because that's how award shows go. You give voting power to people covering the culture. The Recording Academy, they're not music experts. They're a group of people that will help pick the people for the genres. They'll pick the rules. They'll do whatever to get the people awarded. But if you have 50-year-olds voting on music, do you ever think that the youth who are always coming and recycling, because culture always moves on, you think they'll ever get acknowledged? That's a huge problem, and the Grammys have still, most award shows haven't acknowledged that. They have criteria. Look, let me see. I think we can look it up. Grammy criteria, Grammy voting criteria. And we're going to think about like, think about anybody, but let's think about like a Grammy, like let's think about like even like a YouTuber, right? Even some of these guys that let's say I don't like, right? Okay. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'm saying, how do you become a voter? How to become a Grammy voter. So you got to be a music creator. So already, If you are, and by the way, I felt like I helped change the mold. I never wanted to go carry crates for some DJ at Hot 97. No. It's like when they say to be a journalist, you got to work for like a big publication to get your journalist credentials, then you could go independent. That sounds backwards. That sounds like you need to get in the industry, you got to do slave work, then you could be free. What? These days, what I'm proud about, the reason why I still lived in New Jersey, my mom immigrated over here, we lived here. I stayed in Jersey because I said, I want to be in media. You have to, at that time, you had to be in New York, the biggest media capital of the world, to be in media. Nowadays, you get Flacco from North Dakota. I couldn't point out North Dakota on the map to save my life. I don't know one city in North Dakota. But he's a viable media personality without having to do bitch work for some guy at Hot 97 or Power 105, without having to do things. And again, obviously, I'm not saying that you should just let any, person vote, but some of these things are just not like, what do you mean? Okay, granted, people who work on music should be. Whatever. Hold on. There's a process. Okay, let's watch it. There's something about media, and the media thing, no new media is going to qualify for. Here we go. How to apply. Cool. And I remember when someone told me I was qualified, they said Complex made me qualified. And that to me disrespected me the utmost. So I said, first of all, me coming to Complex gave them credibility. But how did they give me the qualifications? But basically, it's just bullshit, right? Okay, all right, cool. You got to have 2 fellow music professionals submit letters of recommendation. Okay? All right. Bet. Now, granted, from what I know, it's artists and certain members like DJs that could vote. Okay? After the recommendation, you receive an email to confirm blah, blah, blah. Let's see what else. There's a peer review thing. Now, let's be honest. If you're independent media, you're not passing the step. If you're not buddy, chummy with these niggas, you're not in these like Illuminati, like, child ritual rooms. You're not getting, like, they're not like hitting stamp approve on your name. Get out of here, right? But let's say you get past this. It's a new membership class, whatever. You got approved candidates, and then, man, basically, man, they make this shit so convoluted, man. It's not inviting to people who don't go through already a robust bureaucratic system. It's not for really independent creators. And if it was, you would have seen people who are independent creators claim that they are. And I'm one of those people that would have loved to vote for the Grammys, but they don't give a fuck about my vote or want my vote. Right? So it is what it is. Anyway. Okay. Let me keep it going. So as The Weeknd was there last year and submitted his music. Did he? Or did his label do it without his consent? Because the last time I heard he wasn't doing it. So as Access, I'm not hating on Kendrick, but also, that wasn't hate on Kendrick. I hope you understand. That wasn't hate on Kendrick. That was just saying, the Kendrick win, to me this year, don't mean nothing. Put him there versus his peers. If I think that the winner is not even nominated, or the person that should probably win, or compete the closest to win, ain't nominated, how could I say you're the best? Okay, Ruger Red, thank you for the donations. All right, cool. Let's get on to this Bad Bunny thing, all right? And after that, we're getting to Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z. Here we go. Here we go, people. So, Bad Bunny won the award. I think he won a couple of awards. He won the award for the Best Música Urbana album, okay? He had a short speech, and this was his speech here.
Before I say...
Hold on. I want to get their full speech. Bad Bunny speech. Here we go. Here we go, chat.
Before I say...
First of all, I had no idea this motherfucker spoke English. I swear. And I'm going to tell you why. When he does interviews, he makes no attempt to speak English. And who used to be like a counterpart essentially, or he was like a competitor at a certain point before Bad Bunny just went like Eureka. And well, he has rapped in English. He does interviews with English outlets where he speaks in English. I've done an interview and well, he spoke in English. Bad Bunny, he's really, I'm Spanish. Fuck all that English shit. This is the first time I was like, what the fuck? He speaks English? Now, I don't know if he's reading a teleprompter, but I was shocked when I seen him like speak English like this. He's like Ronaldo. Like, I don't think Ronaldo speaks, like, I'm talking Ronaldo like in the football world, or soccer world. I don't think he speaks English neither. But he spoke English good. I can speak English well. First of all, let me just address this while...
We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans, and we are Americans.
Okay. I will say this. There is a little bit of an irony, even though I get it. If you don't know, Bad Bunny hails from the island of Puerto Rico. If you don't know, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. People born on the island of Puerto Rico, even though they can't vote for the president of the United States, they are citizens. They carry a U.S. passport, and they would not be the subject or could never be the subject of any ICE deportation because they are U.S. citizens. So the idea when he says, fuck ICE, I think people think like he's Mexican. He's not Mexican, okay? He hails from the island of Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny has an American passport, okay? Just let you know, all right? I think some people might be confused here. They're thinking like, you know what I mean? Like ICE might run in and grab him. He's mostly speaking for his Hispanic audience that hails from all the diaspora of these Spanish-speaking countries, whether it's Paraguay, Uruguay, from Panama, Peru, from Chile, from Bolivia, from where else? Costa Rica, from where else? Where am I missing? Of course, the Dominican Republic. He has a vast audience, a very vast audience, and if you don't know, his dominance has been amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I seen a page put this out recently. I don't know if was it Chartdemics that put it out? So they've looked at like the most streamed artist, in the since the year started, like the most streamed artist daily, and he is the most streamed artist in the world, like consecutively for like the last 10 or 12 days. So theoretically, we look at like Taylor Swift, and of course, you have The Weeknd, and Drake is right there with them. That's like the big four. But essentially, he is, his global impact, right? His global impact is ridiculous. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember he dropped midweek when Le Bebe dropped, and Le Bebe, did like 140 and he did 90 because he only had 3 days of tracking with I think it was the Wham album. The next week, he did 200, second week. The guy is fucking huge. And the only reason why, one thing I do like about Bad Bunny, one thing about him is that he rejects all the rules to do with how U.S. music consumption goes. And also, he plays politics with his music, which, I think that's every artist's right if they want, okay? Okay, wow. My boy took that Rosetta Stone. Most streamed artist, February. No, I think you got to look at January 2026. Yeah, you'll notice. So these would be. Hopefully, I can see it. It was there's a few pages that tweeted it out like daily what the streams were. Look, okay, here we go. Most streamed artists on Spotify each day in 2026. I don't know if this is accurate because, here we go. Look, so it's literally, thank you to Chart Data for having this. The most streamed artists, so this is Spotify Global. The thing is, and this is why, like, even Billboard is, it's about to get a little bit antiquated because now streaming is global. And Bad Bunny is really king. Bad Bunny is a global artist. He dominates globally, and he dominates in the U.S. as well. So on the platform, Billboard only accounts for U.S. So when we're saying first week sales, it's only in the U.S., right? So nobody cares if somebody in Sri Lanka fucking streamed you. You know what I mean? Or you bought an album there. But it's really, Bad Bunny was the high streamed artist on the first, then it was Taylor, and then he took over from the 16th, and he's been the guy since. It's 1 and 2. The way it goes, you got Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift, Drake, and Weeknd right there. Those are top 4, and then you get I forgot, some white artist or something like that. I can't remember who it is, right? But that's how it goes. All right, let me address some of the things he's saying, right? And he started off really quick out the gate with this, and I don't want to get political, but I do want to address it. Here he says,
Keep it going for Rose and Bruno.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, eyes out.
Okay. All right. Now, chat. I do want to kind of address this. I don't want to get political here, but unfortunately, this does go a little bit into politics, and I'm gonna make it a musical at the end. I do want to say this because I do know it is a hot topic, right? It's a hot topic about ICE. I'll tell you my general demeanor about things. You guys do know I emigrated from the island of Jamaica. I'm a U.S. citizen, but I was born in Jamaica, right? And by the way, I hold 2 citizenships, right? And you guys see how I deal with stuff here. I'm not here to sway your political view. I'm kind of logical with stuff. If there's anybody who would not necessarily be the biggest proponent of ICE, I'm one of those people, right? I'm an immigrant. I was born in another country. However, I am a person that believes in a democratic society that says majority rules and that says that we vote for what supposedly is the thing. So here's my thing. And it does pain me to see so many people. This is the social thing of our time in this year. It's ICE. And I'm glad it's not racism. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but people are upset about ICE and immigration stuff. And I'm glad it's not about black and white, because in years past, we've seen how that's went. For me and how I think about it, right? And I've seen some of you guys even said I'm insensitive towards stuff. I can't be insensitive. I was an immigrant. I believe that these issues are not pouted at after an election. Trump, if Trump is saying beforehand, I'm finna build a wall and deport all illegal immigrants. If you don't think, and by the way, if you leave it to me, I'll probably say, just give everybody amnesty, right? Close the borders, and everybody who already made it through, fuck it. Fuck it. You're a citizen, right? But the reality is, when the election happened, the person who won ran on, we're going to deport illegal aliens. And I always hate when after an election, we see such a huge social movement that's against something that a politician actually ran on. And I look at everybody to say, why didn't y'all vote? The nigga said he was going to deport people. So now we're in this situation where, there's craziness going on in Minneapolis. But they're not going to stop because people are mad. They're going to do what they claim half the country voted Donald Trump to do, which is deport illegal immigrants. Again, I'm for amnesty or whatever it is. But currently, the current administration, after an election, the people who voted for Trump acknowledged, or the people who voted, period, acknowledged that if Trump won, that was going to be his agenda, and he's not going to change it. So what I think is that if people feel like ICE, and maybe it's not deportation, maybe it's not deportation of illegal immigrants, maybe it's just how ICE is dealing with it, which I think that's a separate issue. I think these issues got to be handled at the voting booth. And for all these artists and so many people who are so loud about this, I think this is why you gotta take these issues serious. If y'all don't want ICE in cities trying to do the president's bidding, don't make a nigga who is promising and vowing. He literally said it on day one, I'm deporting motherfuckers. Matter of fact, y'all niggas should just leave. He literally said it. And I hope when we get to election time, the sentiment of how divided we are over not only immigration, but even like ICE and how they're moving will allow people to vote that there's not a repeat of this. And I guess that's where like my whole point ends, right? Because I feel like we're hearing statements, ICE out, it's nothing going to change. You know what Trump is going to say? Motherfucker, 80 million people voted me in to deport niggas. So we going to do that shit. Fuck out of here. So again, the only way to really solve these things, you can't let the person who literally says he's going to do A get in. And when he does A, you're like, why'd you do A? Yeah. So don't want to get political here, but I do want to say, shout out to Bad Bunny. I think he's used his music to further his people's agenda. And I think he's on the opposite end of the spectrum of Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, I believe, did something politically that was for herself and her family. She wanted her green card, and she had some agendas for her family, maybe to get her husband off of a sex offenders list. She made those moves for her family and herself. Bad Bunny, I will give him credit, but I'm not saying one is better than the other. Bad Bunny, all his moves is for his fans. And his fans are primarily people in the diaspora of the Hispanic community all throughout Southern America and the Caribbean and even Europe. And he stands for their causes, even if it doesn't affect him, because I'm telling you, he's Puerto Rican. They're not deporting him. And I support him for that too. But I guess my overall thing was, I'm not here condemning anything, and I'm not saying Trump is impervious to whatever. I don't think we could ever have a perfect political candidate. But when you're stuck with only two choices, if you vote this guy in, you might like 80% of the things they're going to do, and then 20% you might not like or you might be indifferent to. But again, that's the decision you got to make. And again, I'm never upset with anyone who goes left, right, or wherever you go, because I think that's our right as Americans. I want to go into something that's kind of adjacent to this, and then we'll get to the Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z thing. But this is something really interesting that I noticed. And by the way, I want to salute Bad Bunny. If you wonder why I believe Bad Bunny, I hope Drake is taking note here. And I'm not mentioning Drake because some of y'all be like, yo, you're dick riding Drake again. No, it's gonna seem like a call out, but it's not. I've said this before. When you're at the top of this industry, it's your time in the sun to make your mark. They gave me the top media personality as Complex, and I made sure I got everything off my chest then. Because you know why? When I'm number 5 or number 10 or not on the list, I don't matter. When you're number 1, make the change you want to see. Stand for something. Don't just get all the cash and just let it go. When I was number 1, I said everything I need to say about that list. Hey, why is this person not on it? I need to be the most critical because that's the only time you motherfucking matter. Again, it's gonna sound like criticism of my boy Drake, but it's not. But I guess it's kind of. Drake invented streaming. Hold on, because I know somebody's gonna be hyperbolic. I'm being a little bit tongue in cheek. Drake was the test dummy, and he was the workhorse to establish streaming as the main source of music consumption. He was the most popular streaming artist for multiple years before other artists caught up. And those artists, namely The Weeknd and, Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny. I felt that he should have made power moves. What does that mean? I believe that the reason why Drake filed a lawsuit later, and the lawsuit to me read like, Universal, how could you? I helped build this shit. How could you favor this 3'8" midget over a guy who built this shit. And I think Universal looked at Drake and said, buddy, you did build this shit. But at the end of the day, this year, you ain't like us. And they rocked out, and I think Drake probably felt away. It's no different, and obviously it's to way more extent, but it's no different than when I see Complex. All these outlets talk shit about me. When I see Complex do a hit piece on me, it grinds my fucking teeth. Because I remember going up there. And I remember they had 400 people there, a bunch of writers writing bullshit. And me and Joe Budden went in, and after we knocked that shit out the park the first 2 weeks, when we came back, it was a bunch of computers in the corner and empty seats. They fired half the staff. We changed that company. They had a floundering video department, and we helped build that shit. I feel I am owed some deference from Complex when they're going to be speaking about me, even if it's a topic that might seem negative. And I think Drake feels that way with Universal. He's owed some deference. You can't do these underhanded tactics. You can't treat me like these other artists. And some might say that's entitlement. It is. But the smartest of the bunch will say, what did you expect? What did you expect? That's why it's important that while you are at the top, while you're the person that they need, you make sure you use that leverage to not only get money. Like, for example, when Drake was the guy, no one was close. I believe at that time Drake could have renegotiated and forced the hands of maybe the streaming company or even the label to say, hey, I need percentages. And by the way, I don't know if he does have this, but all what was reported was that Drake took a $20 million deal for Apple exclusive. It was one of the biggest albums. It was one of the biggest albums of that time. And I know you might say, who cares? It's just for a week. That week of exclusivity doubled their listener base, their subscriber base. It helped build. My camera good? It helped build that industry. 20 million is a lot of money. But when you think about it in comparison, and let's look at the revenue for Spotify, or, Apple Music, everything folds up under Apple, so it's hard to just distinguish. So let's look at Spotify. Spotify revenue 2024. $16 billion. He dropped views in 2016. Let's look at Spotify revenue then. $3 billion. Are you getting my drift? Part of what you built is now worth 5 times more. And all they had to do was give you a measly $20 million. I'm not downplaying it. But this is why sometimes equity plays are important. They needed Drake then. These days, didn't I just show you the chart with the Bad Bunny thing? Didn't I just show you it? The highest streamed artist is Bad Bunny and Taylor. Drake's still up there, but He's no longer lapping the field by 5. Let me get to my point. As an artist, you have to make your mark and you have to change the game while you're at the top. I always like Kanye for that. Kanye, always when we thought he was going to give us whatever we thought he was going to give us and we were highly anticipating it, he flipped the shit. Nah, let's change the game around. That's amazing. Even if at the time we didn't understand it, over time we realized he was a genius. Again, let me get to the point. Why am I saying this? I think personally that Bad Bunny has just changed the game. Bad Bunny has done something that I'm realizing is having ripple effects all over the place. What is that, you might ask? Well, Bad Bunny, because of him standing with the people that support him, his fans, his Hispanic fans, his highly anticipated tour in 2025, he vowed, I will not do it on mainland U.S. soil. I will only do it outside the United States. I want to show you how that looked like. In 2025, he does the Debí Tirar Más Fotos World Tour. And if you don't know, I want to show you how this looked. Okay? So, it's the 6th concert tour by the Puerto Rican rapper, right? And it began here, right? And this is the important part. Let's get to it. Okay. So, he did the DR, Costa Rica, Mexico, but the important part is this. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Give me 1 second. Oh, no. Actually, it wasn't that. Sorry. Let me go back. Sorry. It's before that. So he's on a current, he stays on tour. This guy's getting like $9 million a show. It's this one. No me quiero ir de aquí. Let's do the translation on what this means, okay? So this was a tour in question. Because he didn't like politically what's going on in the United States, he refused. I want to translate this for y'all. Here's a translation. He says, I don't want to leave. Okay? I don't want to leave. Some people might say I don't want to go, but I don't want to leave. Now, it's called a residency, but it's essentially a tour. The reason why they call it a residency, because this was unheard of. Bad Bunny, from July 11th, 2025 until September 20th, 2025, he did 31 concert dates, all in the same venue. 31. 31 concert dates at the same venue. Unheard of. Same venue. July 11th, 12th, 13th. And I know you might say, because here's the thing. I want to show you how much this venue holds. Here's the capacity. Jose. All right. is 18,000. You want to do the math? 18,000 times 30. I'll help you out. I'll do the math for you. 18,000 times 30. That's 540,000. And he did it every day. Now, I don't know if you guys have any Hispanic friends or whatever, but I I love me some Latinas. I can't lie to you. People who loved him after he basically positioned this tour to say, I'm not coming to U.S. This is before he announced the next tour, but he said, I'm not coming to the U.S. People had to go to Puerto Rico to go see him. So basically, he sold out it. It wasn't only Puerto Rican residents. People, to see Bad Bunny, you had to go to see him. Why am I saying he changed the game? The idea of touring is that the artist comes to you. But imagine if an artist is so hot, he says, I ain't going nowhere. The tourist literally called, I don't want to go. I ain't leaving. If y'all want to see me, you come to me. Profound. Game changer. I want to tell you the ripple effects because I'm telling you this is a big dog, and when he does shit, it happens. This is starting a ripple effect. And the whole industry watched this Hispanic guy do it and say, what the fuck? A guy could do 30 consecutive dates, or it wasn't consecutive, but 30 dates and people go to them? What the fuck? Remember with touring, the idea is you get a bus, you drive around. Most of the expenses keep moving the stuff from city to city. But this one guy said, I'm doing it in one location. Now, we see it in Vegas, but Vegas is a special thing. It has a huge tourist economy. That's not Puerto Rico. And yes, there is a lot of people that go to Puerto Rico, but he turned Puerto Rico into the only place you could see him. I'm going to tell you where, and I know somebody else said, come on, next topic. But I have to applaud this guy because he's amazing. His tactic has inspired other people. So Harry Styles has announced a tour, and his tour is a very special tour. If you don't know Harry Styles, he's an English singer-songwriter. I believe he used to be in like a boys group or something like that. I don't know. But, you know, he's really popular. He used to be in One Direction. Here's the thing. Harry Styles has announced his tour, and he's doing the same thing. He's doing a few cities, and he's doing hella dates. Okay? So, he goes to Amsterdam. He's staying there for this. He goes to UK. He's staying there for like 6 days. They're doing, basically, this is like a new way to tour. You're not going from city to city. You let everybody come to you. He's coming to Madison Square Garden. Look. He's coming to Madison Square Garden. So when he touches in the U.S., look, from Wednesday 26th all the way to October, it's 30 dates. Where did he get that idea from, chat? I don't want to say he jacked it from that Puerto Rican nigga, but come on. Monkey see, monkey do. This is a really new way how artists, and I think artists are going to do that. I don't know if Taylor Swift will do it. But he's doing 30 dates at the Garden. You know what that means? If you're in the United States, if you're in LA and you like Harry Styles, get on a plane. He's not coming to you. You come to him. If you're in Boston, he's not coming to you. You go to him. If you're in Florida, he's not coming to you. You go to him. If you're in Atlanta, if you're in Houston, if you're in Chicago, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, if you're in St. Louis, if you're anywhere, Birmingham, Alabama, you go to them. This is a really unique way, and they're calling it residencies. The artists supposedly like it more. Why? Well, They don't have to keep traveling. A lot of artists don't like touring because they got to go from city to city. This guy basically gets to, rent a house or whatever for 3 months in New York, and he does 30 shows. Here's the capacity of Madison Square Garden capacity. I think it's about the same thing. 18, 19,000. So it's going to be around 600,000 people he's doing too. And I hope you guys understood what I was trying to explain with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, while he's the guy, he has changed touring. And the ripple effects is now starting to happen. Where these artists are saying, we don't got to wait till Vegas to put us on some residency shit. Because artists love residencies. They're now touring like his residencies. We're coming to one city. And everybody who want to see us, pick a date, book your tickets, book your flight, get here. That's what it is. Okay? That's what it is. Okay. Wow. I try to give y'all a little music insight. Y'all look at y'all, man. Y'all are beefing in here. Yo, let's talk about Jay-Z. 30 days is crazy. And I think basketball is going to start back up, but they'll skip those dates. Wow. Okay. I think we're here. So, after the release of the Epstein files, Nicki Minaj also linking up with Trump, getting her gold card. Also, we haven't talked about this much, but Nicki Minaj, got into a spat versus Don Lemon, and then he got indicted and arrested. Nicki Minaj is kind of feeling, like she's that chick. Okay? She has the ear of the president. The Epstein list is out. And there's a lot of people who are her ops that may be mentioned. Now, I want to show you the Don Lemon thing real quick before I get to this Jay-Z thing, because it's important to give you the mindset that I believe Nicki Minaj has at this moment. Nicki Minaj went toe-to-toe with this journalist and, essentially, he got arrested. So...
Okay, so I know this morning, Mimi Brown in Front Page News talked to us about, some of the protest panel. When he married Tim Malone, real estate agent, back in 2024.
They started tweeting Dr.
Okay.
Which is about the fact that she's homophobic. I think it...
Basically, she blasts him. He says, he blasted her. I don't want to play this. And he eventually got locked up. Okay? He eventually got locked up. And he just recently got out, and he's addressing her. So, there's a lot of people saying Nicki got Don Lemon locked up, right? And let me use this video. Maybe this video.
You may know Alison Camerata from her many years of anchoring morning shows on CNN. Already hitting the ground running. Today, bringing us an exclusive interview with Don Lemon days after he was involved in that ICE protest inside that Minneapolis church. Hey, Alison. Good to see you again. What was Don's demeanor during the interview, and what did he have to say about Minnesota?
Well, Del, it was really interesting to sit down with my longtime friend, former colleague from CNN, Don Lemon. I would say that Don was calm. He was resolute. He was unapologetic about everything that happened in that St. Paul, Minnesota church. He says he was just there acting as a journalist. He thinks that he was protected by the First Amendment in order to be inside that church covering the protest. But he also does believe that this tension with the Department of Justice is not yet over for him.
Okay. So here's it. I'm going to play this little interview. Here we go. Come on, let's get to it.
Strong as always, and keep calm and carry on.
Because this federal magistrate judge said that they didn't have a case, basically. The Department of Justice said that they didn't have a case. I mean, the judge said the Department of Justice didn't have a case. But you think that it's not over?
No, I think it's not over. Because it doesn't matter if there's no law to fit. They will try to fit or retrofit something or go around a judge and just do it themselves. And it doesn't matter. And everything that they say...
Now, to put a little bit of context to this, so Don Lemon was arrested and indicted because he went into this church where there was like some like protest. I'm not too sure of all the details, but they indicted him with conspiracy against religious freedom, right? And he's saying, well, I was using my constitutional First Amendment right, which is it's not only the freedom of free speech, it's a freedom of press. And that's why, a magistrate judge is saying, hey, there's a lot of problems with you locking this guy up, because in the Constitution, in the First Amendment, it says there's a freedom of press. And if he was doing a journalistic job, right, how could he be also conspiring against religious freedom? So, it's kind of like a BS thing that they kind of locked him up for. But him and Nicki was getting into it, and Nicki was like, obviously, gloating that he got arrested. And at a point before he got arrested, Nicki actually said, lock his ass up, and he got locked up.
Pertains to protesters. I was not a protester. This is very clear about that. If you look at all the evidence, I'm not a protester. And so I think, Allison, not that I think, I know, I was the biggest name. And so if they get a Don Lemon, woohoo! That's a victory. And also, I'm the one who put the information out there.
Okay, let's get to the part where he talks about Nicki. Here we go.
And all of those folks and Christians were going after her for her egregious performance.
And he talked to me about what he thinks is behind this.
To say that you're a Christian and you're calling me out as a Christian and I wouldn't do that to any other religion. Did she not recall the 2012 Grammy Awards when the Catholic Church came after her, when they said her performance at the Grammys was sacrilege? When the Catholic League and all of those folks and Christians were going after her for her...
So he's blaming Nicki Minaj as being like, maybe he has this theory that because Nicki has the ear of Trump controls the DOJ, right? Maybe that's what he's thinking, that Nicki's voice is that powerful now. What? Damn.
Egregious performance at the Grammys. She's a hypocrite. And also, reportedly, she's possibly an undocumented person. She has said that she's undocumented. She came as a child, and I don't know if she's ever registered to be a citizen. And if that is true, under those rules, which are under Donald Trump's rules, she should be picked up, detained, reported, and deported. And those are the people she's cozying up next to. The people who are protesting for the rights for people like her, who may not be documented or otherwise, immigrants in this country, and she is an immigrant. So I said, why do African Americans support her? Why do gay...
Yes, so the spat over that, and by the way, just to kind of like, cut through some of this fat here. So, in my personal opinion, Nicki Minaj is supporting Trump, who basically is saying deport all illegal immigrants, but it's one of those where Trump is like, yeah, deport all the illegal immigrants except Nicki if Nicki supports me, right? Nicki's like, I do support you. Trump is like, I'm going to give you the green card. You're going to be good. And I think people are looking at Nicki to say, yo, Nicki, you're kind of selling us out because you were one of us. And you were we don't have your privilege to get a fucking green card. And Nicki's like, nigga, catch y'all, deuces, nigga. Like, yo, I'm going to catch y'all niggas in Venezuela or some shit. You know what I mean? And he was one of the people calling Nicki out. And to the point, he was trying to galvanize fans and rally fans to say, yo, don't support Nicki Minaj. Like, why do y'all support this woman when she is blah, 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 and blah, blah. And with him saying that, Nicki kind of lashed out, because if you don't know, and I guess this is the thing about with Nicki's behavior recently, with some of her aligning and some of her words that she's actually spoke, some people are like, you do know that you're coming off like you're anti-LGBTQ, and you're the artist of any artist that has built a following on LGBTQ, which, by the way, here's a side note, me personally saying this. Chet, did I say this? Remember when the City Girls, Young Miami says, oh, like her best friend is gay, but as soon as me and her got into it, she called me a gay slur. And I'm like, wait, if you think using a slur for gay people is a diss to me, how could you be cool with him? It's kind of odd, right? Like, and that's what brings it back to the Nicki thing. Is like, Nicki, your majority of your fan base is LGBTQ, right? How could you, you can't go against those people, right? And some of the things she was saying with Trump and, kind of lining with was like, yeah, I'm going against him. And he pointed it out, and Nicki didn't like that.
People support her. Members of the LGBTQ community support her. You shouldn't, because she's a homophobe and she's a racist. She's racist against, I believe, black Americans.
So, Del, I'm going to guess.
Okay. So, yeah. So basically that happened, and Nicki's now a little bit emboldened. Well, after the Epstein list came out, Nicki Minaj took aim at one Jay-Z. Jay-Z's name was mentioned a few times in the Epstein files, and I'll tell you how he was mentioned. So there's an unsubstantiated report that was called into a tip line that basically said that Jay-Z, along with Harvey Weinstein and a sitting U.S. Attorney General, were all involved or somehow complicit in her being sexually assaulted and abducted. And she said there was a handler, and the handler was Pusha T. That was called into a tip line. The person refused to give their name. You couldn't really do no due diligence on it, but his name is there. His name comes up quite a few other times, but it's kind of also, it comes up in the sense, and I'm speaking here, kind of summing shit up. Basically, there are rich billionaires who are basically saying that Jay-Z is coddling the black Americans, the Negroes, that they're not going to wild out no matter what we do. So essentially, there's this kind of understanding implicitly that Jay-Z is the guy to control the niggas. He's a shepherd to the niggas. So if we're going to do something that black people are going to be mad at, let's have Jay-Z just run interference and we're good. Which, by the way, I think that is pretty much one of the most indicting things, of anything, especially if you don't believe the sex stuff, because it shows that these billionaires use Jay-Z to shut niggas up. He's the guy who will, he'll make you shuck and jive. He's mentioned like that. Being honest, other than those unsubstantiated reports, there is no real credible reports or anything that the FBI has admitted that they have done secondary investigations on, or even did any inquiry, or even convene a grand jury of any sort that would allude to Jay-Z actually having sex with children. However, it's clear that his friend group were unscrupulous individuals that may have, and at that point, I don't know if you want to go with the birds of a feather, or, well, let's go with Kendrick's theory, right? The predators move in flock. That's what Kendrick would say, right? By the way, ain't it ironic? Kendrick says in the song, Drake's a PDF. Everybody like, yep, he telling the truth. Jay-Z's name is listed a bunch of times in the Epstein files, and people by the Department of Justice that came up over 20 years of investigation, and people are like, yo, this shit fake. This shit AI. It just goes to show. So anyway, Nicki is launching a piggyback attack on Jay, and we all know, if you haven't, just to refresh your memory about why she doesn't like Jay, she claims that Jay, finessed her with the title situation. She also made a claim that Jay-Z owes Nicki Minaj $200 million, right? Now, if you watch her tweets over the last year or so, especially after she's also attacked Jay-Z's companies, Roc Nation CEO, Desiree Perez, she's basically accused them of really doing some heinous things or trying to do some heinous things to her. So this is a really deep public feud at this point. Jay-Z's never acknowledged it, but we've seen many times Nicki has talked about not only Jay-Z, but also Desiree Perez. Okay? So Nicki Minaj gets online tonight, and Nicki Minaj says 4 hours ago, she says, are y'all understand that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? Now, I want to pause right there. The thing about this Epstein list, and it's very interesting. I want the people who, and I don't know if they'll backtrack off, it's not about Drake, but people took claims in a song, and some people felt like there was probably some smoke. If there's smoke, there might be some fire there, right? People are like, nah, maybe Drake is doing some shit, right? There's a lot of shit on this Jay shit. I wonder how these people are processing this, right? And what's really happened is that people like Nicki Minaj and also Kanye West, they seem like they were a little bit cuckoo. And I ain't gonna lie, people called them flat out crazy. They're now starting to look like they were trying to warn us of some things. There's a video where Kanye West mentions Pusha T and Jay-Z. And people are now looking at this saying Kanye was holding back.
Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best hit for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Man. Liars are now the face of our culture. If you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So like Jay-Z and fucking
Okay, right? There's an old video. I've always it's always kind of haunted me in a way because, has Ye been manic? Yeah, I think he's been manic at times. He's just never struck me as a liar, right? Now, maybe you could say maybe he's been hallucinating or he's paranoid and he maybe have came up with something, but I don't ever think he's been maliciously lying. But do you remember when he got hospitalized at one time, but he was ranting on stage? He was on stage ranting right here, and he said, Jay-Z, don't send them killers at me.
just beat that and win. I'm gonna hear that song so many times. You see you want to pay it for free. The vibes is back. It's to y'all like this. This is a moment in the matrix, bro. The vibes is back.
That line always struck me. Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Don't send them in my head. This is someone who made a song about Jay-Z. He said my big brother was Big's brother. I remember them celebrating when it was announced that Beyonce was pregnant or something. Jay-Z and Kanye celebrate pregnancy. I always remembered these moments, and I was just like, these guys are like brothers. So when I heard him say that, I'm like, what the fuck does he know that I don't know? Why is he talking about Jay-Z in this really mystical way where Jay-Z is this was right here. This is when Beyonce announced she was pregnant. I always remember this too. And I watched them. They look like brothers. They look like such friends. And even though I think Jay is a very interesting person because I think Jay is low-key always treated Kanye like he's Dame. We kind of get in post, Jay never really fuck with Dame like that. But Dame, respectfully to Dame, he wasn't a musician. He didn't have the talent. Kanye's a musician, so Kanye ended up panning out. And then at the time, Jay needed Kanye, and that's why they did Watch the Throne. But you could tell. I felt like Jay never really fuck with him like that. I don't know why that song Big Brother sounded weird. It would sound weird if Drake made a song saying, man, I just wish Wayne accepted me. You're like, what? What are you talking about? That would sound weird to me. The song Big Brother was like, it just never sat right with me. Big Brother Kanye. Lyrics. Shit was odd. Here's the lyrics right here, chat. My big brother was Big's brother, used to be Damon Big's brother, who was hip hop brother, who was No ID friend, my no ID, my mentor. Let the story begin. It's a hard knock tour life, sell out, picture us in the mall, copping iceberg, yelling out Jigga. Yes, that what we yell out. You know, I got to spell out and tell about Jay, yay so shy that he won't step to his idol to say hi. He's talking about how much he idolizes Jay. Standing there like a mime, let the chance pass by, and back of my mind, he could change my life with all these beats. I did at least hear it. Okay, let's skip down. He says, fresh off the plane, I'm off the baseline, nothing handed out, I'm about to take mine. Around the same time of that Blueprint 1 and these beats in my pocket, that was a blueprint for him. I'd play my little songs in that old back room, it'd bob his head and say, damn, oh, that's you? But by the Black album, this is 2004 now, I was blacking out, partying, SOBs, we had a packed crowd, so Kanye's on at this point. Big Brother got his show at the Madison Square Garden. So Ye is in the game now. And then Jay got his show at Madison Square Garden. And I'm like, yeah, we gonna be there. But not only did I not get a chance to spit it, Carlene told me I could buy 2 tickets. They ain't give the nigga the free tickets. He had to buy tickets like he was just like a regular fan. I guess Big Brother was thinking a little bit different and kept little brother at bay, at a distance. But everything that I felt was more bogus only made me more focused, only wrote more potent. Only thing I want to know is why I get looked over. I guess I'll understand when I get more older. Big Brother saw me at the bottom of the totem. Now I'm at the top and everybody on the scrotum. Jay never really fuck with this nigga, man. Jay never fuck with him. It's like... Y'all remember this video? Everybody knew, like, we knew that Dame was going to end up where he was going to end up once we seen this. Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Summer Jam. You ever seen this right here? You could tell this nigga did not fuck with Dame Dash. Look. Here we go. This is where you know he was tired of Dame Dash, man. Look. Look.
Tell me about Summer Jam 2001. Crazy. It's live. We the champions. You heard
Michael
it.
Jackson.
We live.
King of rap, the king of pop. Holla.
Turned out crazy. Big event, 20,000.
It's the Rock, you bastards.
Jay's like, yo, why am I with these bozos, man?
Ways, you heard?
Like, Bleak is like a stepchild, so you have to, like, you know, show Bleak, like, love. But, like Dame is just like, look at this guy, man. Should have stayed in food and beverage, man.
Beanie. We don't do much. Summer Jam 2001, man. How was it for you, man? We don't do much.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit, look.
These niggas is bugging, yo. Crazy. It's live. We the champions. You heard
Michael Jackson.
Hov clipped us after that. Yeah, he was like, I'm done with these niggas. I would clip me.
We live.
King of rap, the king of pop. Holla.
Turned out crazy. Big event, 20,000.
It's the Rock, you bastards.
Hov just felt like it was nothing to say. Like,
nah, he was over y'all niggas, man. Anyway, fast forward. Now Kanye is saying, Jay, don't send your killers to kill me. What? Wham, pick up the phone and spite. Wham, pick up the phone, Wham, pick up the phone, it's Spider. This was the original version, I ain't gonna lie to you. Call me, Jay-Z, call me, bro. Wow. Oh, he used this is 2016. It said to make America great again. Oh, he used Trump's slogan back then. Wow.
Like that. Guess what? Y'all need the vibes. I was hurt.
Yo, people were leaving. Like, see, some of his fans was leaving.
Feelings matter, bro. The way
you see people leaving?
fans.
By the way, I always listen to this rant and think that this was Kanye telling the truth. He might have been maybe exaggerating. Maybe he was a little bit paranoid a little bit, because I'm not saying he wasn't manic, but I don't think he lied. I don't think he lied.
Me and Kid Cudi are aliens right here, bro.
Okay.
The right way, but I'm gonna say how I feel.
They lowered it, and I guess they got him off. And by the way, he went to the hospital after this, and he was that's why he always says there was this guy who was like a therapist or something like that. They helped put him on a hold, and he was there for a while. Okay. Now let's get back to this. So Nicki Minaj unleashes this verbal onslaught on Jay-Z. She says, "Are you understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? If you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are, and you will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times, since I wasn't trying to say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Also, I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated, and until I tell you about all the sabotage this Rico is finding out about Billboard." Now, that's also really telling. She says she will not be releasing an album until her contract is renegotiated. From what I know, she is signed to Universal. So, to give you the last update I've gotten on her contract, any contract with Cash Money, Universal came in. They told Birdman, "Hey, if you don't pay Wayne, we will pay Wayne, but we will let you keep the back catalog, but we want to take their contracts going forward." And it was literally a buyout. Now, the reason why Universal did it is that Birdman had like this amazing split. I forgot what it was. I think it was like a 90-10 or like a 95. I can't remember what it was. But basically, because Universal wasn't eating as much as they could have off of these rappers' contracts, they figured, to pay, they actually feel like Birdman should have paid the money to Wayne. But they're like, we'll pay him the money, but now we could get our appropriate fee from these guys, and we own their new catalog. So that was the idea why they quote unquote bailed Birdman out. Drake and Nicki were shifted to Universal. Okay? They're shifted to, well, not Universal, I mean Republic. Everything's under Universal, but Republic Records, which is kind of like the rival to Interscope Records, which Kendrick is over there. So when she says she needs her contract renegotiated, I don't see how that has to do with Jay-Z at all. Jay-Z runs Roc Nation. Roc Nation is, that record label is different and not under a major. It's powered by Live Nation. But she says she won't be dropping an album until her contract's renegotiated. So I don't know who she's beefing with for the contract. And she says, and until I tell you about the sabotages, Rico is finding out about Billboard. Now, she puts an associated picture, and the picture shows a 26-year-old Jay-Z with supposedly a 15-year-old Aaliyah. Now, we got to do some fact-checking here. How old was Aaliyah in 1996? In 1996, she turned 17. So she turned 17 on January 1996. So if this is 1996, as this picture alludes to, unless this was before January 16th, she was most likely 17. She was most likely 17, not 15. So I want to be accurate. Now, granted, is she still underage? Yes. Let me ask y'all the question. 26, 17? I think we're saying that's out of bounds, correct? Like, we're not going to be like, weird here. But if someone's 18 and their girl is 17, I don't think we're like going crazy, right? 18 and 17, all right. Especially if the birthday's about to come up, they're both about to be 18, whatever, right? But 26 and 17 might be a little bit odd. Let's look, though. Let's say if it was 1996, right? Aaliyah was 17 in 1996. How old was Jay-Z in 1996? We can't go off the picture. We just got to go off. He was 27. Or 26 or 27, who knows? 27 or 26 and 17 is odd. I will say that. That's odd. Now, we might never get the answers to these things, but is this a picture from 1996? Was he romantically involved with her in 1996? Let me look. Jay-Z and Aaliyah in 1996. Let's see if we can find credible evidence. We need credible evidence. There's a Facebook post. Aaliyah and Jay-Z were briefly connected in the late 90s during the early stages of her career. And while Jay-Z was a rising hip-hop artist, their relationship was never confirmed, but people close to them, including industry insiders, have said Jay-Z was pursuing her, and they did spend time together. It became more complicated when she ultimately grew closer to Dame Dash. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of this stuff is debunked by Dame Dash, who has frequently said he had sex with Aaliyah first. And he swore that he agrees Jay-Z was pursuing her, but he said Jay-Z never had sex with her then. Now, I don't know. Are we talking about the sex here, or are we talking about the pursuing? I don't know if he was pursuing her when she was, well, it wasn't 15, it was 17. I don't know. But it's kind of, I really don't want to shoot nobody no bell. I wasn't around at that time, right? Then they show 1997, Jay-Z and Beyonce. How old was Beyonce in 1997? How old was Beyonce? Oh, shit. Did Jay-Z know Beyonce 19? Wait. He met her in 1990. Beyonce met Jay-Z in 1997. She was 16 and he was 20. Ooh. Well, he met. We don't know. I don't know, man. I want to stay out of this.
When they talk about where you might go, that's obvious because Beyonce has a deal.
I don't know. It's getting sticky.
The biggest names in music even meet.
Well, we met a long time ago. Award shows, a lot of different performances.
And at what point did the conversation come, hey, do you want to do some music?
You know how people, you see each other and you respect each other's music. There's always that conversation, we got to do something. You know that.
Right.
The time filler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that time filler turns into something real, then it's...
Right into how did two of the biggest names in music even meet?
Well, we met a long time ago. Award shows.
He taught me how to be a woman.
So Nicki throws this in the mix. Let's go to the next tweet. Nicki says, your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. Ooh. Double entendre, I would believe. Don't even ask her how, huh? She says, do I do a daily story time about who's been doing what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm so messy. I gotta click yes. Yep. 82% people, 96,000 votes, 82% says yes. She then tweets, Trevor refuses to come out of the closet when everyone in the industry knows his boyfriend. What? Who's Trevor? She does say allegedly, though. So Nicki's a little bit aware of not getting sued. She said, they sabotaged my documentary because I spoke about the abuse I suffered. She's also accused them of supposedly messing with like something of the sort like that, right? They've been trying to stall all my projects in hopes I'd lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. Their leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told y'all, leave me alone. Now you'll understand why you should have just sat there and taken your meds. She says, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out there with a 16-year-old in this day and age and how y'all would have had his head on a platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of the shade. What? Of the shade room in what? Next, I'll get on the shade room and what? Maybe I should discuss the brainwashing techniques they use. Why does she keep putting up Chucky? Then she says, what in the fuck? And she hashtagged it child predator. Hey, all y'all niggas who love comment on me, bro. Hey, everybody, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Hey, let me signal here. Hey, I seen everybody do think pieces on supposedly a non-existent event that didn't happen, but I seen everybody role playing on podcasts what is happening if I got slapped or not, which it didn't happen, but whatever, cool. I'll let y'all rock with that, but I need all of y'all to keep the same energy and talk about this. Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast. I need to. Wednesday can't come quick enough. This picture look crazy. If I watch the next Joe Budden podcast and y'all don't put this picture up and be like, yo, this look like a preteen boy with a grown ass man and this shit was wrong, I know y'all biased. Wayno, I need you to talk about this one. Wayno, need you to talk about this one. Whack 100, everybody. The company man. Oh yeah, Elliot Wilson. Elliot. There's no more Drake news coming for you, brother. This is what you need to talk about. This don't look right, gang. Elliot, why does this picture look like this? Bro, she don't even got breastises. She don't even need a trainer, bro. Like, she ain't even go through puberty. Elliot. Yo, bring back, what's the name of that shit that they canceled? With DJ Dickhead, what's the shit? I forgot it. I ain't gonna lie, them niggas had a short run, man. They ran at the top was shorter than Leprechaun. They were never at the top. What's the name of that shit called? Bigger Picture. Nah, y'all need a special episode. This is the thumbnail. Right here. Ebro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me look at their views. Ebro been flopping. You remember they're like, yo, we're gonna do the morning show. Ebro, you still call it Ebro in the morning? How do you find their channel? Oh, is it this? Let me see how they're doing. Okay, great. 1 day ago, the episodes, hold on, chat, the episodes are getting smaller. Oh, this is a weekly recap. Yeah, I'm not even going to judge them off of that. Okay, good. Okay, this is a full episode. All right. Bet. Let's see how they're looking. All right. A little 17,000. I see them. Did they get in the studio together? Okay, at least Ebro not using headphones. A little 17K. Remember when they were trolling everybody? They were like, yo, you know my specialty these days, chat? Because everybody think this internet shit really sweet. They think that like they the big dogs, they come over here, they gonna be getting millions of views. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they rocking with it. They're like, yo, we gonna go over there and dominate. We've been on the radio. They get the views when you're going back and forth with them. After I stop frying these losers for a bit and everybody else stop talking about them, sometimes you gotta do a little wellness check on them. I'm gonna do one on main on them too. But right now, they keep trying to get in controversy. I'm going to do it in 6 months. I'm going to just pull up their podcast one day. And we're going to be like, oh, shit. I know the heat ain't on, but maybe, is the view still on? That's my specialty. All right, a little 17K. Okay, all right.
With 90 pairs of shoes.
Hey! Ebro! If you want to get to 20,000 views for your next episode, I need you to talk about Old Man Hove. Like, why does picture look like this? What is this? Hey, bro, she look like she middle school, gang. Hey, Ebro, I need you to talk about this one. Charlamagne, I know you got 200 million, but you need to use 200 million reasons to figure out why this picture, this ain't a good look. Hey, I need everybody. Signal. The same type of energy I see y'all with everything else. Y'all gossip like a motherfucker. Y'all just like me. We all gossip. I ain't gonna lie. This what we gossiping about for the next week. I'm not giving y'all no new content. This what we gossiping about. Jay! Did you check her ID? Hey, yo, Jay! Bro, she look like she got Power Ranger panties on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Jay. Yo, come on, Hove. She look like she got Power Rangers. Yo. She look like she got Power Ranger panties on, man. Jay. Yo, Jay, man. This ain't what I think it is, Jay. We just want, hey, I'm not saying he even doing nothing wrong. I just want to talk. I want the conversation. Yo, chat. I seen everybody do think pieces about some shit they ain't no video for. Think pieces. Okay, so this is happening. 4K. The chick look like she don't got no titties. She don't even look facially. She look like she could be 9 years old, gang. 9. 9. 9. I need all y'all niggas from the 90s. When Jay was saying big pimping, was he talking about shorty that wasn't old enough to have a trainer, bro? Come on, man. Come on. Yo, this picture do look crazy. This picture look bananas. All right. Let's keep it going. By the way, that segment you'll never see nowhere. Nobody's going to respond to that. They're going to be like, all right, Travis Scott dropping some new shoes. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that's how I think it's going to be. All right. Okay. She said, isn't it obvious? Oh, she tweeted out Wendy. Oh, shit. Then she tweeted out this shit. Who is this nigga? Is this Jay-Z's son? I thought he just sued Jay-Z and like lost his lawsuit. Then Nicki comes with some more evidence. By the way, I'm going to read y'all donations in a second. Don't worry. She says they're flying in immigrants to vote because they reneged on all the promises they made to African Americans and can no longer get the African American vote by default. They're causing distractions in the streets to distract from the billions they stole from taxpayers. Holy shit. She said any Christian who votes Democrat again is a fool. They're showing people that it's okay to disrupt the church during worship. This is how they truly feel about you. The veil is lifted. no morals, no integrity. It's not enough of them to have an opinion. They have escalated to physical intrusion of places of worship. The demons inside of them are so bothered all the time. She says the LGBT has also started seeing through the veil, and it's pissed them off. Why are they getting the gay vote by default? They've moved on from the gay vote to flying in people to vote for them. No loyalty to no one. The gay community should be able to choose every 4 years like everyone else. After the Democrats campaign to win your vote, they should not just be getting your vote. Wake up. Oh, shit. She says, check this racist motherfucker out. What? I don't get it. She says, everyone knows Chrissy Teigen has or had a dick. Allegedly. What? Chrissy Teigen might be a man? What? What? By the way, did you see Trevor Noah dissed Nicki? Here we go.
There's so many stars in this room. I feel like I'm at Jeff Bezos' wedding, but with way more black people. You know what I mean?
All right, come on, bro.
He can't buy.
Here we go.
We've also got a front row seat to the best concerts money can't buy.
Come on, bro.
People thought computers were about to destroy the world, and Diddy was arrested.
Bro, enough of this. Just play the fucking thing, the monologue.
John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas, Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here.
What?
She is still at the White House with Donald Trump.
Oh, that's why she went at Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen was laughing. Oh. Yeah, Nicki don't play. Nicki don't play.
She is not here.
Oh, she put a thumbs up. That's why she getting smoke.
Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here.
Oh, she put a thumbs up. Wow. Has she tweeted? She don't know Nicki Minaj will slap the shit out of her? Has she tweeted? Wait, she deleted her Twitter? Wait, Chrissy Teigen deleted her Twitter? What? Or did she block me? Oh, she posted to Medium. What the fuck? Wait, Chrissy Teigen no got Twitter no more? Maybe she posted to Instagram? Oh, she did post. She posted her thumbs up. That was to the Nicki thing.
Well, I did spoil it. Like sugar on my tongue.
Okay. So Nicki says she got a dick. Let me finish playing. Here we go.
She is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very, important issues.
Trevor Noah totally going there as he opened the 68th
Saying it, Nicki. I know they say
of President Donald Trump as he roasted the 12.
All right, man. Let me find it on Twitter, man. Like, niggas, what's up with these pages? Nicki Minaj, Trevor. Okay. So we're going to find the full context. So this is why Nicki was going off.
Oh, man. Every single person here, John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas, Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here.
Thumbs up happened.
She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nicki, I have the biggest ass. I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nicki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Wop, wop, wop. Look at it. Look at it, baby.
Oh, shit. They dissed the hell out of Nicki. Oh, that's why Nicki going off. Okay. So that's why it says everybody knows Chrissy Teigen has a dick. Says, what sensible, forward-thinking, cutting-edge leading nation is having a debate on whether there should be voter ID? Like, they're actually fighting not to have people present ID while voting for your leaders? Did you get it? Do you get it now? Then she continues. She says, Fat Lizzo lost 300 pounds to sell... Oh, my God. Fat Lizzo lost 300 pounds to sell 300 albums. So now she has loose skin and a flop album and a weird charge. Sheesh. God damn. What the fuck did Lizzo do to deserve this? What the? Nah, she violated. Oh, this is it right here. Here we go. Oh, she defended Jay-Z.
The American people in the comments, I knew she was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was... What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on. Just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once. He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Why are y'all... Where's the crime? Focus. Anyways, y'all. The American people in the comments, I knew she was wrong. The media is so smart. They're going to make you so distracted with celebrity names that you're not going to focus on the problem. You think every party that Diddy ever threw was a freak off and people were fucking and slipping and sliding on baby oil? No. That man had birthday parties. That man had Easter gatherings. That man had Super Bowl parties. That man had Christmas parties, Halloween parties, regular parties. And so now they're saying Mom Donnie's mom, who's a filmmaker, they're like, oh, she's on the Epstein list because she was on a guest list for Ghislaine Maxwell's showing of a political film once. Hey, you're distracted. You just want Mom Donnie to be a bad guy. The media is so...
Holy shit, okay. Okay. All right, then. Then Nicki Minaj says, laughing my ass off. She says, George Clinton, sit your stankin' ass down. What did George Clinton say against Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj is on an all-out war. Is it this? That's 8 years ago. What the fuck?
So I am really starting to have some doubt.
I haven't. Everybody's saying it.
Where's the George Clinton thing? Where's the George Clinton thing? Okay, then he says, I mean, porta potty or whatever the fuck your name is. And then he says, as they do their ritual tonight, God Almighty will reveal himself to them. The ritual will backfire on them. God will not be mocked. Blessed is the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned and put to shame. Watch. And she said, toodles. Wow. I'm wondering why Rock Nation don't sue Nicki. If you know, they're quick to kind of support Meg and sue a blogger who doesn't have anything. Why not sue Nicki? That's kind of odd. I'm not saying they should, but I'm just saying, you know, usually when they're not suing, it's like they kind of know they don't have a case, which means maybe you have some type of point that you've made. Interesting. Interesting here, people. Okay. All right. Let me see what else. I think that's about it with Nicki Minaj, right? Oh shit. Elon Musk has Elon Musk has really supported Nicki. He retweeted her and with the American flags. Give me a second. By the way, he says he's also responding to people saying that he's in the files trying to solicit hanging out with Epstein because he wanted to see what that shit was about. And he said, wow, it's so crazy that Epstein killed himself before realizing he was innocent. And Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison for exactly what? Oh, yeah. Epstein client arrest counter is still 0. Okay, but this is him retweeting Nicki. And Epstein and Elon also reposted himself explaining why he was on email with Epstein about, going to his island. And he says, Epstein hounded me relentlessly to go to his pedo island, and I always declined. Not you, though. You actually went. What gifts did you bring Epstein when you went to the island? And I guess he's responding to Reid Hoffman. Wow. That's interesting. That is interesting, y'all. Okay. All right, let's switch gears a little bit because we didn't get to this topic before. So, essentially, NLE Choppa is going through a custody battle with his baby mamas, right? And really, I think, it's a lot going on with his baby mamas. I'll try to explain it real quick to y'all. I know we're getting into talking about girl territory here. Chat, I even still want me to break down this J. Cole shit. I really don't even care to do it anymore. But if you want me to, I will. Anyway, let me just do this topic real quick. So, NLE Choppa, baby mamas. I want to give you the story about both of them, too, right? So, essentially, he has 2 baby mamas, right? And his baby mamas, one is called... Actually, I don't know both of their names. Okay, no. What the fuck? One is called Marissa, which is a girl who's older than him. Right? So this girl is called Marissa right here. She's older than him. I think she's 30. He's 23 or something like that. But she has his second kid. And the other girl, I forgot her name, but she, what is her name? First baby mama. Yeah, this is her right here. What's her name? Oh, her name's Mariah. Okay. Now, let me just give you the lore with both of them. So this girl right here, they were together, whatever, they were both cool. He kind of came in the game with her. If you ask me, usually when this type of shit happens, with all due respect, and I hope if she sees this, I'm not trying to disrespect you, shorty. I'm just telling you, I'm a man, he a man. I think I'm usually right with just kind of keeping the bean. You're probably the best pussy he probably got out of Memphis before he got famous. He got famous, and women who look 10 times better than you are a dime a dozen. And he probably started cheating out of control. And he probably started disrespecting you and probably start being feeling himself. Maybe he didn't notice, but he probably started feeling himself. Anyway, they eventually do have a kid, and he had gotten banned off Instagram because it was like they had a public spat, and it was, I think he admitted to pulling a gun on her, and he claimed he tried to pull the trigger to kill her, and like the bullet never came out or whatever. But Instagram was, Instagram, like their terms of service was severely broken by even that admission. It's not like there was a video, none. They banned him. Okay, so this is the first baby mama, and then we get to the other baby mama. The other baby mama is the Marissa girl, and the Marissa girl is this 30-year-old girl who meets him, and apparently she thought she was gonna have this like monogamous relationship with him, and he's like, bro, I'm like 10 years younger than you. You think I'm about to settle down with you? So they eventually do have a kid, but he leaves her because, and she's doing this whole thing crying online. I don't know if you've ever seen these videos. Emily Chopper, baby mama, crying. Like, they're crying like, oh my God, I needed you, this and third. Like,
I could have went and been with, or try to heal and be with somebody else, and then try to make a family. That's somebody who really wants it.
Now everybody was reminding her like, yo, you're like 10, 12 years older than the nigga. Like, you could be his auntie. Like, calm it down. Like, you're too, like, dramatic.
That shit is crazy. I really don't care how crazy I look on the internet.
Okay, anyway. So, what ended up happening is that of recent times, NLE Choppa's mom kind of came out and said his baby mama slept with Youngboy. This was his mama said. Here we go.
But he a good artist. But everybody know you with them folks. You did that. You think we don't know? You think that man gonna get on live and say, oh, you, I don't know about the other one, but you, and didn't know it? Everybody know that. You know it. And you talking about...
Okay, so they accuse one of the girls, I think it's the Marissa girl, of fucking Youngboy. If you don't know, Youngboy and NLE Choppa are into it, and they're saying one of his baby mamas fucked him. Now, it doesn't help when both the baby mamas have posted stories of them listening to Youngboy's music with his kid in the background, like in the back seat of the car. So it kind of like, it's easy to believe that maybe something of the sort happened, and the mom is making the accusation. Anyway, recently, NLE Choppa got on IG Live and was explaining the situation because one of his baby mamas apparently called the police or not the police, but like Child Protective Services to get involved because they thought he was endangering his child. So he went off on the entire situation, and he said he was going to clear the air, and he ended up even dropping a song. Let me play what he said that maybe he could explain it in better terms. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Closing arguments. And we out of here.
Normally we're not on here like this. And it just got to a point where it just went extremely too far. I've begged, I pleaded for them to keep this stuff off the internet. But in speaking from a woman's point of view, I've watched and seen a lot of men go through certain stuff. And everybody want to know why, motherfucker took a break in 2025. Yeah, that happens. But pushing people to a whole nother demeanor, you just keep poking the bear because you know for a fact that the person is not confrontational.
The person is not finna argue with you. The person gonna let you do what you do. And don't say shit. But it comes to a point where you keep doing stuff, somebody gonna actually respond and say something back to you. And it's sad that children has to be affected by what grown people got going on. And I hate that this had to happen and had to go like that, but when you get on here and you calling people all out their name, I was all kinds of names. And then say that I was the one that, because me or whatever the case may have been, when I'm telling y'all.
So the mom is just kind of backing up the story of her son and she's basically saying her son's not a deadbeat, right? Because they're trying to call her son a deadbeat.
Leave that shit off the internet. Settle that shit offline. Talk it out. But instead of them doing that, it was all them, and I got text messages too, when they put what I was put in it. Cause for one, I don't be in y'all relationship. I really don't care. And like I told y'all, all the time I get into it or have to say something, is when you either throw me in there or you put them kids in there. Somebody have to defend them kids because they innocent. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But then when you come and you trying to destroy a person's character, they can't sue you. Well, you can, but you wouldn't get anything for defamation of character and slander. What would be the purpose of going through all of that when you ain't gonna get shit anyway? You just paying lawyers all this kind of money for nothing. When all the person asks for is to be a part of their child's life and see their kids. Yeah, everybody ain't perfect. Neither one of them is perfect. Everybody had their flaws. Everybody had their issues. Everybody had their problems. But at some point,
this should end soon, Chad. I'm sorry I didn't crop it.
You have to take responsibility for your own actions because, number one, you already knew what he did for a living. It was already understood.
I like his mom. His mom is like, his mom kind of accepts that, yo, he's a rapper. He's going to fuck 3,000 girls. That's just what it is. Like, his mom is mad based. Like, his mom is just like, yo, why are you going to date my son and think he's only going to fuck your pussy? Like, it's my son and he's a rapper. He's going to fuck everything walking. You know what I mean? He's like Deshae Frost. Yo, I seen some shit with Deshae. They were like, yo, everybody know Deshae fuck anything walking.
Prior to, I told all three of y'all,
or three of y'all,
several thousand times, not to have no children at all. Because for one, y'all too young. For two, the timing is definitely not right. And for three, you're gonna be wanting stuff that a person can't give you right this second, which be time, because in order for you to have children, you got to be able to make money to take care of the kids. So if you agreed on that part, then you have to stand on what you agreed to. And you can't get mad or try to slander somebody else to say they ain't doing their part because they overly did. They gave you, the man gave you whatever you wanted. Everything, whatever you asked for, you can't end up getting it. But one man, because he left for this particular girl, the first one. Then this one mad because he left for this particular reason. Damn. But nobody was good for nobody at the time.
Damn. Yo, W Mama, man. I love him. Like my mama not like that. Like, I think my mama get disgusted if my mama see like two different women. Like, you know, again, not currently, but if she ever see like two different women come around, like my mama will, like, she'll call me out on bullshit. She'll be like, "Yo, you just like your daddy," and I'm like, "Oh my god, Mom, can't you support me being a hoe?" you know what I mean? Like, your mom's like, whose side you on? Like, you know what I mean? Like my mom put pressure on my brother to get married. It was just like, you know, you're going to have to marry her. Like, when you go, like, my mom was putting pressure on my brother. Like, my mom, I don't know why my mom don't support. Like, my mom got 3 sons. My mom got no daughters. Like, we used to say that to my mom. Like, we would say to my mom, like, yo, mom, you have 3 boys, no daughters. You got 3 boys. Why you keep taking this chick's side? Saying, like, she like, when you and her gonna do this? Like, yo, mom, can't you supposed to support us? Like, yo, keep running it up. But yeah, that's NLE Chopper's mama. NLE Chopper's mama is like, yo, look, he know his mama supporting all the bullshit. He like this in the background. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And let's talk about how.
Yo, tell me how. One time my mom was at my house and I brought a girl over. And my mom was like, yo, who's this? I'm like, yo, mom, bro, that's embarrassing. Like, you could tell, like, my mom was just kind of like staring up and down. I'm like, yo, mom, chill. Like, yo, chill. Like, yo, what's good? Chill. I gotta, well, my mom be on prayer line too much. I kind of want to be like, yo, look how NLE mama handling this. Like, she low key doing a 2-man with her son. Like, she wingman in this. Yo, you ever been trying to explain something so you let your man explain it and he knocked it out the park and you just like this? That's what's happening. Mama's handling it and he's like, yeah, mom, tell him hoes.
You told me a few months ago that you want another baby, but you don't want babies with a different daddy. Hey, to that nigga she fucking with, I just want to let you know, bro, that hoe tried to get drunk in my crib and take me down so she could get another baby out of me. Brother, leave her, bro. Bitch ain't shit.
Nah, stop it, bro. You dirty macking now. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I be knowing all these niggas' business. Yo, chat, I'm so messy. Y'all gonna get messy? Nah, I ain't gonna get messy. Oh man, is that dirty Mac? You know, you can't be telling the next man's. You can't be telling the next man's to leave the chick that you and her still talking about having a baby. It kind of is dirty Macking, huh?
She ain't none. When I raise my right hand like this mean what that Drake song is? No lie, no lie, no lie, yeah, or whatever he motherfucking said. Dog, leave her, bruh. Cause if you don't leave her,
oh, dirty Mackin.
Well, she's too late. However you play it, she gonna bite you in your ass, boy.
What?
However you play it.
Anyways,
nah, he kind of hating a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Chop, I fuck with you, but you hating a little bit.
The man that's going through and struggling with your baby mama, take them to court. If you ain't got nothing else to do, take them to court. We had to take both of them. They didn't take us. We had to take them. Just for me to get our rights to be able to see the children. And
take their ass to court.
That's facts.
And I ain't never wanted to play no police game.
It ain't always where things gonna go into your favor. Because the court system is really designed for the women. Everybody know that. But you got to take a stance, but you got to stand up for yourself at some point in time and not letting everybody think that it's okay to spread rumors and lies. And then and females that I've seen and that y'all have been inboxing me and the things that y'all say, especially this motherfucker right here. This is the one I really wanted to address.
Oh, shit. They got files.
Hold on. Cause she just really got on my goddamn nerves online. On TikTok, it's been many days I've seen stuff and wanted to just really say something. Hold on, I'm sorry. I just got to find it. I just couldn't let that go before I get off here.
Yo, Chopper, I love you, brother. But that baby moms, I'm gonna keep it light. Listen, I shouldn't even know this shit. Y'all know, but this is a female shit. So I ain't even gonna kill it. Yeah, that baby mom, she you know that baby mom's gang. Like, bro, she's like 10 years older than you, and she was crying over you in the car. What do you think she's doing over these other rappers, bro? Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't tell her to leave her new nigga.
Oh, I'm finna go sue you for XYZ.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh no.
This motherfucker right here. Obviously, most ain't.
Who the fuck is that? What the fuck? They printed that out?
Got no kids, no baby dad, and no nothing. What do with her baby dad and them is just some trash. For her to agree to every single thing, even when you saw proof, she still had some raggedy ass shit to say. Bitch, get a life. Okay? Keep my name out your fucking mouth, too. Because I heard what you said. It has to do with me. Keep my name out your mouth because you don't know me.
Who's that?
And I do come with receipts. All the time. So don't let this niceness fool you at all. Don't do that. But anyway, y'all. On another note, I appreciate y'all. We just wanted to set the record straight on things that was said and done and that was put in a distasteful way and manner. And y'all, I don't know if we all know kids. If you wasn't such a good parent, kids wouldn't want to see you like this. Kids will not talk to you. Kids will not want to be around you. Kids will actually cry to not even go with you. We're good people. We've always been good people. And he a good daddy. You know, everybody ain't perfect in what they do. And nobody should live up to somebody else's standards of what you think somebody should do or what you think somebody got to do over in their own house, because you don't run nobody else's house just like they don't run your house.
Hey, nobody perfect like she said, which is why I still give Rocky and Bullwinkle the benefit of the doubt.
Who the fuck is Rocky Bullwinkle?
I really be a lot nicer than what I should be.
Who's that?
Because, hey, at the end of the day, man, y'all hurt about something I did. Y'all so hurt about something. And I ain't saying I'm the perfect Jim. But the thing is, I've already taken accountability for every action that I've done unintentionally or intentionally. Now, if it's something you still want to hang over a person's head, because the only way that you really will be satisfied is if that person was to die, then that's something you need to fix within your ill-ass spirit. And you better do it soon, because I ain't going nowhere. I'm unkillable.
Damn, this nigga got hella beef with young boy and his baby moms. Bad combination. Damn, his mom, y'all love Mama Chopper. She always trying to remind this nigga.
Now, boy, now it's time to get offline. Bye, y'all. Gentlemen, take them to court. If you a real deal, good father, good parent, love your kids, trying to be in your kids' life, want to be in your kids' life, and they not letting you, take them to court. Somebody got to listen. We starting this off with somebody, anybody, somebody gonna listen to y'all. Because at the end of the day, kids deserve their fathers, and their fathers need to be in their lives. And y'all gotta let them. Out, y'all.
Wait, I thought there's another live that's like mad explosive. What the fuck? NLE Chopper IG live. Nah, he was talking about all type of crazy shit. I know y'all was like, what the fuck? I was saying what the fuck that is too. Oh, the chick went live? Let me see. Oh, this is it. Okay, here we go.
Rainbow Coalition, but that's pawn shop.
What the fuck?
Man, this shit going on too long, bro. Listen, it's time to put that belt down, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Mama got receipts right here.
Okay, come on. I want to hear that. What the fuck? By the way, he dropped a diss song too, and he dissed Blueface too. What the fuck? What am I even looking up, bro? Let me go to Live Bites. Live Bites, I know you got it, bro. I know you got it. Thank you. I was trying to find the full thing on YouTube. YouTube sucks. Here we go.
You gonna say I'm gay because you ate my asshole? Huh? I ain't tell you lick my nipples. I think that's a little weird. Don't play with my nipples. If you eating that man going down in that Gucci, you go a little lower than, hey, man, P, that's you. But show me when I had intercourse with something else other than mine. Outside of your sex. Show me that. Or gender. Whatever.
So apparently the baby mama says he's gay. You know, I'm always shocked when a baby mama claims that she's fucked a gay guy. How do baby mamas keep having babies with gay people?
Fuck it is. I've been on Mariah a little hard. Let's go to Marissa.
Oh, so it's the first. So Mariah's the first one. So the first one said he's gay. Oh, okay.
Let's tell them how you move the goalposts every time I try to see my son. The same son you claim I starved when you brought him over the hotel for literally 4 hours. How do I start? Mama, can you be starved in 4 hours? Marissa, you gonna say I'm gay because you ate my ass?
Oh, shit.
She say I'm gay, show the nigga that don't fuck me, ho. Hey, bitch, you miserable. Beautiful man, cause I ain't feeling your dick and you know that it's killing you. Hold you.
Oh, he doing a young boy dance.
Keep it real, clicking up. Just two broke bitches on the flame mission. I don't give a fuck, but low-key, I'm getting tired of you bitches in my mentions. They pussy got more bodies than abortion clinics.
Marissa, you fucked everybody in the industry. Stop fucking so much, bitch. You gonna catch something.
I ain't gonna lie, that Marissa girl.
Bitch, don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. Let's not do that. See, for one thing, don't try to call me gay because
why that? I don't know if I could talk like this in front of my mom.
You ate my ass. I want to kick it off from there. You hear me? You know I ain't gay. You know that. You've said in the past, my baby daddy ain't gay. But she want to paint me out to be this now. And whoever walked that life, man, listen, stay brave, brother. Stay brave, sister. Walk that life. But stop putting that shit on me, man, because y'all know I don't play like that. I ain't never been pegged. I ain't never been entered. None of that.
I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nobody. As soon as he said that, though, this what came to mind. It's a Rolling Loud performance.
I got a new song I want to tease. If y'all ready to hear, turn me up, boy.
Here we go.
I need all the bad bitches to the floor.
Emerald.
How you feeling, child? 1, 2, 3, let's go. If I was a bad bitch, I wanna fuck me too. I wanna suck me too. I wanna suck me too. If I was a bad bitch, I wanna hump me too. I wanna trap me too. No freaky that I wouldn't do to me. To me, to me, I wanna make me too. To me, I wanna say me too. To me, I wanna say.
Man, if a hoe wanna put that motherfucking tongue on that gooch of that ass, man, I ain't gonna stop her, P. Root first thing. Bitch, don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. Let's not do that. See, for one thing, don't Don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. I'm gonna kick it off from there. You hear me? You know that girl ain't finna come to her daddy about bleeding in her poom.
Now, supposedly one of the baby moms, yo, look at this speed reaction. Supposedly one of the baby mamas, I think the first one, they have a daughter. They're saying the daughter, was bleeding from her vagina after being around her father, and the mom got concerned. And apparently they had a conversation, but it's now being brought up online because they're now accusing Enely Choppa of not doing no crazy shit, but like being a bad dad.
Baby girl, you tried to take my daughter away from me? Contempt was filed, what got my daughter back in the last 4 months. You tried to take my daughter away from me by saying she had some spots of blood in her vaginal area and tried to paint a picture. Like she tried to paint a picture like something like what you trying to say, bitch? Cause hold on now. You know none of that going on. You know none of that will go on. So when you took her to the doctor, it's a certain color that the blood got to be that'll confirm something that she was trying to imply. It's a certain color that blood got to be. When they run tests, they'll know if something happened to that girl. And when they did that, they realized she's fine. You know that girl ain't finna come to her daddy about bleeding in her poom? Baby girl. Then when she told y'all what happened, she said, I did a split and it made that start happening down there. Which she did. I got her on video that I can post as receipts of her doing splits in my... She loved gymnastics. That's my daughter. All right, cool. That's two things. So when she took her to the doctor, they said nothing foul happened. Then your daughter saying, hey, I'm bleeding from my splits. And then Clover ain't tell me what that she was bleeding. And I get her. Because at the end of the day, as a kid, sometimes you scared to bring stuff to your parents regardless. I'm a disciplinary parent. I'm not abusive. But I make sure that shit being checked around this motherfucker. You feel me? Because I ain't finna have no little dumbass, disobedient motherfucker. So yeah, if that caused a little fear for a motherfucker to bring... Then when she told y'all what happened, she said, I did a split and it made that start happening down there. Which she did. I got her on video that I can post as receipts of her doing splits in my... She loved gymnastics. That's my daughter. All right, cool. That's two things. So when she took her to the doctor, they said nothing foul happened. Then your daughter saying, hey, I'm bleeding from my splits. And then Clover ain't tell me what that she was bleeding. And I get her. Because at the end of the day, as a kid, sometimes you scared to bring stuff to your parents regardless. I'm a disciplinary parent. I'm not abusive. But I make sure that shit being checked around this motherfucker. You feel me? Because I ain't finna have no little dumbass me something about they poom poom. Which you really know that's girl stuff. You know that girl ain't finna come to her daddy about bleeding in her poom. Especially if nothing foul happens, she gonna go to her mom. Hold on, I'm almost done. I swear, I'm almost done. And I'm gonna clear this. This woman, mama gonna clean me up. Because I'm a little pissed. I'm pissed about something else. I ain't even pissed by this. There's another lie you said. And this is what's really finna set it. This is the same room that this girl was in. It's only one door right here. Now, when y'all go back to what she said happened, she gonna say me something about they poom poom. She did a split on a doorstop.
All right, man. This is kind of slow.
His ass. That's why he kept cheating. I've never touched that man. I've never seen that man. That's how you know that he's lying. I've never met this man a day in my life. I've never communicated, talked to, chit chat with this man ever. That's how you know he's
she talking about young boy.
lying. Like, nobody's ever done that. Ain't nobody eat his ass. That's why he kept cheating, because nobody would eat his ass. I don't do shit like that. I ran to the bathroom crying. Nobody eat his ass. Know me. I'm so freaked out. No. Ain't nobody eat his ass. Eat his ass? No. Might be lying. I don't know what the he's saying. He's saying anything, but yes, I told him. People I dealt with that was in the same industry. Like, why is a oh my god. Nobody cares. Oh my god. Bitch.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas do care, man. Yo, Marissa, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, listen, when you know your girl, when you know you gave a girl a baby and other niggas tossing and turning her like a Caesar salad, nigga, like this shit, nah, I ain't gonna cap with you, gang. It hurt. Cause you start feeling stupid. You the only dummy that took her serious and put a baby in her belly, bro. When you find out the laundry list of niggas that had her for a weekend, a night, after a show in the backstage of, you gonna feel crazy for wifing a chick that's a hoe. You always do. You definitely do.
Who's you? I don't give a f***. He probably over there capping. He's a liar though. He probably over there adding probably some of them he probably said ain't even hit. He over there probably just gassing it. Like, he's a liar. Nobody gives a f***. Not about it.
Nah, this chick got an extensive history. Honcho fucked her. John Moran fucked her. Like, there's a lot of niggas that fucked her, bro. Like, low key makes me look at Chopper. I'm like, why'd you wife her? But you know, that's one of him. I think she tattooed like Honcho's name or some shit like that. She was like Honcho's side chick when he was with Keisha Cole. Yo, nobody's faithful in this industry. You ever seen Honcho like online with Keisha Cole? This was his side chick. Anyway. Chopper, man, just file for custody, man, and get out of this type of situation, bro. Like, you got a girl, she's the industry eater. It's over, brother. It's over. And your first baby mama, she's your op to. She says that you've been lying about shooting somebody. Let's see. What's it called? Annalie Chopper shooting. Actually, no, I think I posted. Yeah, because she said she was going to expose Annalie, right? For lying allegedly about shooting a friend. And she said this, crying all day why I shot so-and-so. I guess this is him texting her. I shot so-and-so on accident. Man lost plenty blood. He in critical condition. He died 3 times yesterday. And she said, 2019, you not no gangster nigga. Cut that at gang. The whole city know this. And she says, I'm fucked up in the head. It keep replaying. He's saying this. Keep replaying my head, Mariah. I've been trying to scratch my eyes out. She says, I'm so sorry. I wish I could hold you right now. And says, I had to tell his mama I shot him, bro. And said, where was y'all leaving at? Inside the hotel? Yeah. So he rapped about it.
How did Draco feel? 6'2" hit my partner. He was fucking with my baby mama. It's an accident, your honor. Told the same thing to his mama.
So he accidentally shot his mans for fucking his girl? Okay.
Just don't discuss me, ho. Say you disgust me, ho. She say I'm gay. Show the nigga that don't fuck me, ho. Hey, bitch, you miserable, pitiful, mad, cause I ain't feeling your dick and you know that it's killing you. Be the first one to pop.
Okay.
I did in the street. Shot my day one cause my baby mama wasn't sneaky link. He was fucking.
I don't know if this makes him look gangster or make him look tender. You shot your day one because he fucked your baby moms? You said I shot my day one because my baby mama was a sneaky link.
With the ops who is deeper than what you think. So much love for Big Scott. That's my guy.
Wait, hold on.
I did in the street. Shot my day one cause my baby mama wasn't sneaky link. He was fucking with the ops who is.
What? Looked like Annalie Chopper got tired of the internet playing with him and used Pooh Shicey Flow to call out Youngboy Crew for pulling out a camera phone Oh, when did he call them out?
Be the first one to pop, loving how that Draco feel. 6'2" hit my partner, he was fucking with my baby mama. It's an accident.
Oh, he dropped another diss song at YoungBoy? Let's hear it. NLE Choppa diss song. Let's hear it. Oh, this is the one with the replica. Here we go. Okay. I'm like, maybe it's controversial. I hope it's not. I think NLE Choppa been giving fire music. It's just that we not with him with the beefs and the shit that he's going against. So it's like, I even like the other song and the creativity. I like this so far. It's like, there's something about his music. I don't believe him when he say finna be stepping on something. I'm like, no, you ain't. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Like, it sounds good. So, like, his music sounds good. It's just that, like, I don't know. Maybe I think hip hop is just in an all-time low in terms of we believe in people. So we're like, stop it, bro.
You late, look, you took, you spray, I Drake.
Sounds good. I just think we just don't kind of believe him.
I mean, the bitch with a gun so big, if I blow this whole the earth for quite the nasty way. Chopper Drake like it master.
Maybe it's because he's dancing too much. I don't know.
Bait, treat all the odds like monks. When I drop down, we watch them levitate. Let's go.
Yo, it's crazy how when niggas don't believe your music, it just hit different. Like, if we were scared of NLE Choppa, we would say, yo, niggas finna die. But, like, we're kind of looking at this like a parody. We're like, yo, sounds good. But, like, we don't believe it. Hey, chat, this shit sound good. But I ain't gonna lie, yo. Choppa might have to do a demonstration of GP for me to, like, really, like, that's the thing. Because I'm listening to it, but it just sound like words. Like, feels like it's just saying words. When I be listening to YoungBoy, I'm like, yo, YoungBoy finna shoot a nigga, man. Yo, niggas finna die. Like, yo, YoungBoy is the most believable rapper. I ain't gonna lie. Him, Dirk, and Von. Like, and the rest of them Chicago rappers, but they don't make it that big. Yeah. I be believing that shit. And that's like that intangible that I don't know how to sum it up without seeming ignorant or seeming like I want niggas to do bullshit, because I don't. But like, what is something about the music that hits different? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Pooh Shiesty got out of jail. First thing that nigga did, bro, like, this is the perception I got of Pooh Shiesty based off of the song and how he been moving. And it's, I feel like Pooh Shiesty itching to shoot a nigga again today. Like, y'all might do a demonstration of GP. I ain't shot a nigga in 4 years. I ain't said a hit in 3. Yo! Don't let Dirk verse get to your head. Ain't nobody slime is me. Oh my God. Like, nigga, he sound like he violating probation, bro. He sound like it. And again, it's just words at the end of the day, right? But it's something about believability. I don't know. It's intangible. I've been preaching it for years. It's like, it's a little bit of your actions where niggas is thinking, all right, he on that. A little bit of your actions, a little bit of your tone, a little bit about how you carry yourself, and a little bit about your circumstances. You feel what I'm saying? And I know, like, they're gonna clip this and make me sound ignorant, like, oh nah, he one of them goofy niggas, he just want niggas to do crime. No. It's something about when you hear a song, I could sonically say this sounds good. And when I know a nigga, like, when I know them lyrics is facts or it comes off like facts, it hit 10 times harder.
How did Draco feel? 6'2" hit my partner. He was fucking with my baby mama. It's an accident, your honor. Told the same thing to his mama. Bitches don't discuss me.
Ooh, okay. So that's why I'm glad. I guess he proved that he came with some context that, nah, I did shoot a nigga back in the day. Okay, all right. He's getting credibility points. Like, let me tell you this. I can't listen to niggas just rap about Dracos and shit like that if I think that you're not even a guy that would be using it. Like, imagine if I rap, and this is my whole point. If I rap FDO, First Day Out, say Lil Ack, right, raps the same lyrics on the same beat, and it kind of sounds pretty similar, it's not a hit. You know why? If y'all don't look at Lil Ack, as in, yo, this nigga finna do a demonstration off GP. You know what I mean? He says, I'm watching all my hits I did on camera. I'm feeling like O-Dog watching all the hits I did on camera. And I believe him. I believe him. Every line in that FDO song, I literally believe that nigga Pooh Shiesty, bro. Every line. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, chat, and I know it. They're gonna clip this and they're gonna be like, yo, 34-year-old man right here. Yo, chat. Yo, I'm listening to this Pooh Shiesty lyrics, and I'm believing this nigga so much, chat. I gotta show you this. I'm believing it so much, chat. You get to a part of the song, the nigga says 901-375-0762, call my bluff. Nigga, I called him. Nigga, I called his phone, nigga. I called it. Nigga, this shit was so hot, nigga. I paused the song and called him, bro. Nigga, I called the number, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. He was stepping on every bar. I believe it. Nigga, I cut the song off, nigga. I gotta call this nigga, man. I gotta call this nigga. Nah, it's not the only song. Yo, let me tell you this. The problem with street rap is done in Atlanta. Fonny Willis got everybody scared. To make proper street raps, you have to, I'm not saying do crime, but you have to be almost in a particular mode where fans are believing it. Like, nobody got to believe Kendrick Lamar. He's just rapping words. The Power Rangers, like, you're like, what the fuck? Nigga, you doing too much, man. What the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? But, like, street rap, you got to believe. You got to believe. Like, pull like this. I took my homie Dumbo Glock because he went out like, I don't even know who that nigga is, but I believe him. Feel me? Anyway. And again, I'm not shitting on Chopper. I'm saying I think Chopper could rap. I think he's making a good song. But I don't think the image of Chopper is currently on some people thinking some street shit. And unfortunately, I ain't gonna lie though, if there was a demonstration, niggas would believe it. It's like the baby. The baby don't gotta give out no more demonstrations, but if the baby got a song saying, nigga, I'm gonna leave you on aisle 7, like it's Walmart, you're like, oh shit. Like, bro, you could visualize, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about too, bro. I keep telling you, bro, I be listening to niggas, like these new rappers from Chicago, they could barely even rhyme words, bro. But it sound hard. You know why? Nigga, I could tell they're not even really rapping. That's just their diary. Nigga, I woke up this morning, I killed this nigga, I spun this block, shot this up. Like, yo, they just tell you what they actually did. You believe it. Like, the only form of street rap respected now is true crime rap. Like, if you rapping about, like, some DuckTales, get out of here, nigga. What do you think this is like it's like 2015? Hell nah. We want true crime rap. It's my favorite genre. You feel me? Indictment rap and true crime rap. Feel me? Don't be rapping about some shit that ain't gonna happen, man. That's what I'm saying. Let Bebe got to do a demonstration. Somebody said the number on Pooh Shiesty's song are his area code. 901 the gun. 375. What? No. 901 the area code. 375 the gun. And 0762, that's the favorite bullets. Oh, shit. Nigga, I thought it was his personal number, nigga. 901-375-0762. Nigga, I was trying to call him. I'm like, I ain't calling your bluff, player. I ain't calling your bluff, but you living like this? You living like this, Shiesty? This is what I'm telling you. I think Shiesty should stay off all cameras. Like, right now, we think Shiesty, like, at any moment, Shiesty might just clap a nigga, bro. He need to just keep dropping music, stay low-key, and stay away from any nigga that was born in Atlanta. If I'm Shiesty, I wouldn't even go near Atlanta. Young Thug could pay me $1 million. I'm not doing a feature with him. If I'm Pooh Shiesty, fuck no. Right now, I believe Pooh Shiesty. Yup. Pooh Shiesty is the guy. There's only really, like, there's two street rappers that we overly believe right now. Pooh Shiesty and Youngboy. But Youngboy kind of always been on that, like his music always make it like, yo, maybe he killed somebody tomorrow. I'm not saying that we want him to. We're just saying, like, the way he's rapping, the nigga look like he's really, like, he really finna crash. Street rap that's working. Name me one street rapper working in Atlanta that's doing shit. I think Savage fucked up a little. Savage got to just stop dealing with this Young Thug shit, but Savage going to bounce back. Let me tell you this. Savage, my friend, and I used to be listening to Savage music like, yo, I wonder when I get off the phone with him, he just be spinning the block, putting niggas on stretchers. Yo, believable. Got to have the music believable. It's not about doing it. We're not telling no niggas to go do some dumb shit. But Savage music is usually really believable.
I be the first one to pop, loving how it drip.
All right, Nudie, I'm gonna give you that. Nudie, yeah. This is Pooh Shicey's flow, right? Is it? Yo, he could rap though.
Plenty nights that I done cried, fucking.
Let me try to diagnose an Elite Chopper. I feel like he's talented. I think he's creative. I think he gotta figure out a path that's unique. And I think he's tried it before, but he bounces all over the place. He's like the rap Sneeko, if that makes sense. It's like, yo, one day Sneeko red pill, the next day he's a Muslim. The next day he don't like Jewish people. Like, he does all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, that's my nigga still. But it's like, yo, NLE Chopper might sell you a BBL pill one day. The next day he robbing you. The next day he got bald head. He's Tupac. The next day he's a Buddhist monk. And then the next day he's beefing with baby mama. I don't know what, bro. But I think that there kind of makes people like, you know, you don't know what to believe.
With my pride, using my kids against
Nah, this ain't paid. All right, what the fuck is on? All right, we over there. So I had a couple girl topics. Yo, I'm gonna break down. Okay, let me break down J. Cole lyrics. Bro, nigga, this shit gonna put me to sleep, dog. I've been breaking on these fucking J. Cole lyrics, chat. All right. What'd he drop? Name these songs that he dropped, bro. I'm gonna break down these fucking lyrics, man. What do they call? Do y'all know what these songs are called? Let me go to his YouTube. He dropped 4 songs? Oh, they're on DSPs. All right, let me look on DSPs. J. Cole. Now, I'm going to go into this like lyric breakdown and I'm going to keep it a bean. Wait, it's not even, there's nothing on here. Am I tripping? Where's these music at? J. Cole Twitter. How he drop music and I can't find it? Is it this?
DJ Clue.
Oh, you put it on the website. Okay. What? Okay, how do I listen to these songs, bro? It said 4 new freestyles. Where's the freestyles? Oh, are these the freestyles?
Everything is supposed to go away eventually. You see this especially in like show business with.
Yo, J. Cole got a yours, bro? It's got to be a rental. I ain't saying he ain't got the money. It's like J. Cole like strike me as a nigga who's like in a Hyundai, man. Like he like a nigga that got a bicycle but not even BMX. Like he got like he's like this minimalist type of guy. Like I like if J. Cole pulled up upon me on a Lambo, I would be mad confused. Mad confused.
Famous actors or like musicians, and it's like, oh, this guy used to be famous and then he fell off. What happened? And they want to point to they did this and they made some sort of mistake. Instead of thinking that, look, it's kind of crazy they got famous in the first place.
Okay, I'm liking
so
this
few people reach that level that, yes, of course, it's not going to last forever because somebody else has to take that spot. And that's how show business has been since forever. But no, they always want to say, oh, that guy fell off. They want to look down on him for just going through the natural cycle of rising and falling.
Okay, what is this?
Poor thing, young puss playing war games. He wanted love, but he only made more pain. Poor thing, young puss playing war games. He wanted love, but he only made more pain.
Picture my soul climbing out an infinite hole when niggas die over pride and live for the.
Okay, how do I play the other songs? How do I play the other songs, y'all? I'll give you my phone number, J. Cole. I got you. 901-375-0762. Call my bluff. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Wait, I got to go through here to find it? Jesus. Is that on YouTube? Chat, could you tell me how I could get, like, I just want to hear these songs. I want to hear these songs. I'm going to judge these songs that, you know, they're on YouTube. Okay, tell me the titles. What's the name of the songs? J. Cole new 4 songs. Let's see. Somebody got to have them in the compilation. Oh, here we go. Who he dissing like that? Yo, J. Cole. Body up in a... Yo, dog. Yo.
Now the bread and butter is yapping and parlaying. Oh, man.
Oh, you talking about Joe Budden. Yo, Joe, I don't know why he talking about you like that. You say you're a grown man gossiping. Like, that's crazy. Yo, Fabulous. He talking about you too, nigga. Like, he talking about you. You say, y'all niggas on there gossiping, gang. What? Wait, hold up.
Your name's a big conversation. Now the hating and the dick ride.
Nah, Fat Joe, he talking to you, gang. Fat Joe, he talking to you, bro. Fat Joe, he talking to you, bro.
It's blatant. Tell mama your ticket to finally live out of her basement was found in one.
Wait, hold. I know that nigga ain't saying no basement now. Hold on now. Yo, hold on, J. Cole. Yo, J. Cole.
Blatant. Tell mama your ticket to finally live out of her basement was found in one magical word.
Nah, hold on. Let me hear this.
We do word.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think J. Cole even dissed me on the record. Nigga, I'll rap and make J. Cole apologize to me. Like, yo, like, that's how really I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, if J. Cole dissed me in a bar, nigga, I'll fire up some bars on him. Nigga, he gonna be apologizing to me at a press conference or his next goddamn Dreamville Fest. Bro, I'm gonna have that nigga copping all type of pleas, bro. I don't think he would diss me. This gotta be at, like, Ruri or Mealy Mall or some shit like that.
Max deals for Luka Doncic lobbing.
Big conversation. Nigga, I call myself Big Ack. He not talking. Yo, chat. Man, cut this off, man. You wasn't talking to Kendrick like that, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he rapping. He rapping right here. I'm hoping he ain't talking to me because I'll definitely diss him and he'll apologize to me too. Yo, J. Cole, I know you said know if I hit you, I'm going to hit you like I'm on your caller ID. So I know you're not talking about me. Because I get on a track with Lil Pump and flame your ass up, you'll apologize to both of us. Facts. Okay, I know you ain't talking about me. So I'm going to just judge your rapping. But he's kicking up on the rapping.
Butter is yapping and parlaying.
I had to agree that you were out rapping and your pen was more potent than my favorite rapper. And it seems that you haven't fell off, but goddamn, nigga. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to diagnose you with. This sounds good. But I'm kind of left, and I'm going to listen to the rest of it. I'm trying to figure out what it means. Because having a skill, and hip-hop has always been, like you go back all the way to when, you know, they had the boom boxes in the park and niggas was battling. That's a quintessential part of hip-hop. What's the use of you being so good at rapping if you're scared of battling? So I'm torn. I enjoy it. But I enjoy a lot of things in music. I enjoy Lil Uzi Vert's music. I enjoy, you know, Rod Wave's music. But there's something special about when you have that ability to out-rap everybody. And I look at you as wasted talent. And maybe I'm a little bit too harsh on you. Because if someone has shown you repeatedly that they're not like that, you can't create them to be. And y'all know, I don't know what, there's a basketball player that this, you know, this mold fits. He got the skill, but he's not him. You can't even explain why he's not him. But you can find the guy who is him, and there's nothing skill-wise that the guy who is him could do that this other guy can't do. But why aren't they the same? There's an NBA player that fits. And I want to be, you know, when I'm talking about Cole and it comes off disrespectful, it's frustration, it's disappointment, it's all mixed in one. And I'm not even, I don't know what you call his fans, but I'm not one of his core fans. But I am a fan of music culture, and I am a fan of hip hop, and I'm a fan of his because he's one of the best. And I'm not going to ever sit here and if he's rapping the best, not give him his props. But I still sit here and I said, what is this worth? I digress and I'll let this keep playing. But I want to say so far, he's going crazy. I hate to pause again. What I am kind of also liking about this, I've listened to a lot of J. Cole rapping. It feels like there's a little bit of an attitude, a little chip on the shoulder here. It feels like it's a tone of voice. It's a tone of voice, like I got to get this shit off. Like a little bit upset, a little bit pissed off. And sometimes you need a pissed off rapper. A pissed off rapper gives you good rap.
Front doors, they out of the top 3, no problem.
The apology dropped me way out of the top 3. I guess he's talking from people's perspective. I don't think he believes that, right? I hope he doesn't.
I'm probably my best when they doubt me. Watch me.
Oh, okay. So he's like, I'm the best when they doubt. He smoked that. He smoked that.
DJ Clue.
Okay, that's the first record, I'm guessing.
You know what?
Cold of truth, got they throw the nooses. Grip never letting up, though they hope it loosen.
Oh, these are old school beats.
I'm on top, you can't knock me off my spot. Fuck yachts, I won't stop
this
to
is
the
Jay-Z beat.
Cruise ship. So the whole world knows who got the gold acoustics. Only then will I split like I co-produced it. A lot of rappers make dough and be prone to lose it. For crumbs, dumb niggas so they sold illusion. Universal distribution, but I own the music. Best niggas still breathe.
Universal distribution, but I own the music. I never looked at J. Cole's situation. J. Cole. What label was he signed to? His shit's going through, is it Interscope, Rock Nation, or Sony? Let me keep playing though.
breathing, leaving no confusion. Hop on every nigga song, abuse it. Catch bodies for my own amusement. Niggas cheating and I won't excuse it. If I said it, then I wrote it, stupid. I'm a star like the logo on my shoes, but these ain't no Converses. Nah, girl, they golden gooses. A nice fella, but the flows is ruthless. And the culprit's 2-6, where the closest you get to hope is hope meals roll cold and see more beef than them folks at Roof Chris. Teach a man how to fish, and the lesson is this: without a pole, you're useless. Catch my drift? I'm
I like
on
that.
my toes, you doofus. And that's why the hoes that choose this, they like, can I kick it? Like they roll for Q-tip. Sure, but just know, baby, we don't open doors for Cupid or leave windows cracked. You been known that. I'm worldwide, these niggas like a little known fact. They lack focus and they pause is putrid. From poison of all different sorts they using. If the streams say you're winning while your tours is losing. When the math ain't math, then of course you're juicing. That mean the bots is boosting. Cut the tough guy image, it is not conducive to breathing. Don't gamble with your life, cause the
Wait.
worldwide, these niggas like a little known fact. They lack focus and they pause is putrid. From poison of all different sorts they using. If the streams say you're winning while your tours is losing. When the math ain't math, then of course you're juicing. That mean the bots is boosting. Cut the tough guy image, it is not conducive to breathe. Then don't gamble with your life.
Oh boy, here come another apology. J. Cole, why even try to diss Kendrick like this, bro? Like, stop it, bro. You apologize already, gang. Stop it, bro. I know we talking about Kendrick, right? Clearly. If the stream is winning, right? Why is your tour losing? By the way, I don't think Kendrick tour lost, but Drake tour never lost either. I see some people say it's Drake. No, this kind of applies more to Kendrick. Kendrick is kind of known as the bot like us guy, right?
Or leave windows cracked, you been known that. I'm worldwide, these niggas like a little known fact. They lack focus and they pause is putrid. From poison of all different sorts they using. If the streams say you're winning while your tours is...
It says, if the streams say you're winning. So, if I'm supposed to interpret this, if the streams say you're winning, I would imagine he's talking about the reflection on how the battle looked. Kendrick outstreamed Drake on the diss songs. If the streams say you're winning, why is your tour losing? Now, I've never heard nothing about Kendrick's tour losing, to be honest. But why I really connect this to Kendrick is the other parts right here.
Losing. When the math ain't math, then of course you're juicing. That mean
when the math ain't math, and of course you're juicing.
Bots is boosting.
That mean the bots are boosting.
The tough guy image, it is not conducive to breathing. Don't gamble with your life, cause the ops is cruising. Word to Mike Vick, your dog might get shot for losing. And I don't like those eyes, so I stay in my lane.
Hold on. Word to Mike Vick, your dog might get shot for losing? Okay, this threw me for a loop a little bit. So I connected this to Kendrick when I heard the juicing, the bots, and even the idea of the tough guy thing. Because I ain't gonna lie, Kendrick talk like he Debo. That's how he talk on record. He talk mad tough. So I'm like, all right, he's talking about Kendrick, but then he loops back around and he's like, yo, when something, I'm gonna do like Mike Vick, like shoot you when your dog is losing or something.
Sure, but just know, baby, we don't open doors for Cupid or leave windows cracked. You been known that. I'm worldwide, these niggas like a little known fact. They lack focus and they pause is putrid. From poison of all different sorts they using. If the streams say you're winning while your tours is losing. When the math ain't math, then of course you're juicing. That mean the bots is boosting. Cut the tough guy image, it is not conducive to breathing. Don't gamble with your life, cause the ops is cruising. Word to Mike Vick, your dog might get shot for losing. And I don't like those eyes, so I stay in my lane. Despite every bit of dirt thrown my way, there'll never be a stain on my name. That's why I walk around dolly as if ain't nothing changed. Without a chain on my frame, niggas can never know the pain of Jermaine. But I can't name a thing that I ain't overcame. I despise my celebrity, I ain't in the fame. Don't be silly, want the chili, similar to Usher Rain when he sang in the rain. Hey, money bring respect in this game. Ain't it a shame how them things interchange?
Okay. If you ask me, I think he does both of them. I think he does Drake and Kendrick. And no matter which one you want to pick, or if you were like me and say he does both of them, I think we should probably safely expect he's on the clock. Apologies coming in 60 days. Yup. Apology. Full on. And I think this time, I think we're going to have to require some tears. But a full on apology is coming.
New York City.
Oh.
New York City is crazy outside right now.
Who shot you? Separate.
Cold as fuck.
DJ
New York. But it's beautiful. You know what I mean? New York. Stay alive. That's the only thing. Yeah. Hey, yo, scrap everything I was working on prior to the day the world decided to play. I got a brand new agenda. They trying to keep up with your boy Harley. Bitch, I feel like Lori Harvey. How I ran through them niggas. Now I'm back for the winter. Trying to outdo myself. No.
Wait, what niggas he ran through? Pause.
Prior to the day the world decided to play, I got a brand new agenda. They trying to keep up with your boy Harley. Bitch, I feel like Lori Harvey. How I ran through them niggas. Now I'm back for the winter, trying to outdo myself. No chain on my neck, but got a palpable wealth. I grew up in the heat of the South. You could melt, cause the summer humidity enhances stupidity. Memes say I'm humble, but trust this humility's from witnessing violence and turned off utilities. No man that's rhyming can match my fluidity. I'm Mike Jordan, Ant Edwards. Nigga, you kidding me? Cole gets older but grows new abilities. You didn't know I'm Zeno with Goku agility. Come witness perfection. These niggas perplexing like witness protection. Get whole new identities. Then start rapping, but what happened to the real you? I used to get self-conscious around real gangsters, and I still do. Find peace with the audience you appeal to. Be yourself, living your truth. Niggas will feel you. Embrace hunger. What don't make you stronger will kill you. The pain will build you. God'll heal you. Don't make your moves off a dollar bill. It's not a...
To the storm. Nigga.
DJ Glue. Oh, shit, nigga. Yeah. I orbit the earth whenever I'm recording a verse. When I'm ready to drop, steady gon' report on it first. Play my album for the corpse in a hearse. It's so live, the flow can make the rigor mortis on a mortal reverse. These niggas reckless trying to disrespect the Lord of the church. Get disconnected from your source just like the cord at your birth. I'm from an alternate dimension. I got lost inside of this one. Now I'm walking around and looking for a portal that works. But all of the perks around me make it harder to search. The tormented poet, I know I'm making more than I'm worth. At one time, my neck and wrist was having so much ice. You think I'm getting dudes deported to a border and turf. These niggas swear they doing numbers, but it's more to the story. You bust it down, it's by the streams of kids ordering merch. When niggas hate, it's like a blessing in the form of a curse. I've been anointed since a quart of water slaughtered my thirst. Songbirds wanna swallow my...
I've never heard J. Cole address haters as much. Interesting.
Girth, I'm off the market. If life was truly a movie, God is the art department. The only way of describing this way that I'm rhyming is picture Jeffrey Dahmer walking a carcass across the carpet. The Marshall Falk of the roster with all-star offense. Outside of the music, I'm as cool as your water faucet. I stay to myself, I ain't talkative. Y'all taught me not to have a heart-to-heart with a monster. They all too heartless, like the skeletons of these fellas locked in the closet. I smelt it from the jump cause it felt too awkward around it. I fell back. My dog in heaven pushing Hellcats would tell you from the beginning. I wonder how could I dodge it. The beef ain't real, so it ain't no reason to squash it. The game ain't neither, so it's easy for me to pause it. With one verse, I disassemble narratives. Your theories get killed. The murder weapon with superior skill. Selling drugs to your stereo. Sincerely it feels like overdosing off a myriad of various pills. You're not alone when you experience ethereal thrills. Even niggas burning in hell when they hear me get chills. I'm a 99 bill from the Ville, signing mighty fine deals. The year's total was 95 mil. So why do I still grind like I'm trying to retire? My mom's out the post office from St. John's returns to the league like I'm Mohawkless. Unloaded a whole cartridge on foes who wholeheartedly oppose the chosen one that rose like the golden sun. In the morning to give light to even those that shun. Raised from the flows, radiate the globe, melting snow on this frozen tundra. Known as the rap game that's been overcome with loads of marketing plans based on randomly dissing and hating on the next man. I understand, imagine working hard as you can. On this album you plan, hoping it charges your brand. But as soon as you drop it, the world's ignoring again. Got you wondering why till you start to notice the trend. Drama enhances the attention brought to the fans on popular channels. So you wanna hop on a band, wagging a battle, rapping and throwing shots in a jam. I had my chance, but I dropped it, which means that my only option is to do the opposite then. Lead with the skill, nigga. If hip-hop is back, JID should chart platinum. Anything less than that, it means y'all capping. The fall off is dropping 2-6, stop asking. I wanna thank God, cause I almost lost passion. Thought that I was finished, then it all start crashing. Made me remember why niggas start rapping. I'm pissed cause the Knicks could've hired Mark Jackson. I'm hype Mike Jordan, just start broadcasting. And all the old rappers getting bags podcasting. It's beautiful.
All the old rappers. I ain't gonna lie, Chad. The last 2 minutes I tuned out, man. Yo, J. Cole, man. I just want to say this, man. Thank you, Chad. I'm going to sleep, nigga. That nigga put me to sleep. Pause. Hey, J. Cole, I just want to tell you this, bro. I'm going to still stick by what I said, bro. I think you're rapping one of the best out here, bro. You doing your thing, bro. Like, you really could rap. And if the idea of falling off means just simply you're not rapping at that level, cool. That ain't none of the reason why we not fucking with you, man. To keep it real, at this point, we looking at you just rhyming words to rhyme words, man. And a nigga that does that, there's like this intuitive question of, is this nigga elite because he could rhyme like this? Or is he actually not even in the competition with the higher echelon of artists that it's not about how well they rap. They realize that they have to make also palatable shit. So I'm going to be honest with you, J. Cole. I don't know why your music come across like an Impossible Burger. It's like some vegan food. And I ain't going to lie to you, man. This ain't my, the last 2 minutes I was just like daydreaming. I'm like, yeah, it's time to go to sleep, bro. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the liquid NyQuil, or not liquid NyQuil, the audio NyQuil. I will say, no, it's great rapping. It's just that at the end it tailed off from me. I'm like, yeah, he's rhyming shit good, but like, what this shit is worth? Nothing to me. Nothing. Anyway. Yo, Cole, I'm out of here, man. Yo, chat, man. I'm sorry. I just came from the game watching LeBron. I'm not about to keep listening to J. Cole, like, give me lullabies. I'm just going to take a nap, bro. I'm going to go take a nap, bro. He got me. Yo, I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Day 2 is going to start. Again, apologies for today because I had the basketball game, so I started really late. I started after midnight, so, we still did 4 hours. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. We're on our 28 of 28. We have 1 day down, but also we're on our second consecutive day of streaming, all right? Chat, thanks to J. Cole. Yeah, I should never told me to put him on at 4 o'clock. I'm